Hello everyone, and welcome to today's MasterClass. We'll be focusing on web design for your website. A lot has changed over the last couple of years, and creating a website with PhotoBiz is easier than ever. As time has gone on, more and more people have focused on streamlining the process to make web design simpler, and PhotoBiz has been doing exactly that. Our developers and team have been heavily focused on making website creation faster, easier, and almost hands-off. That's right. We have a brand new website builder called the PhotoBiz AI Website Creator. What this does is allow you to select your template, enter some information, add photos, and with a single click, watch your website come together in no time. After that, there's very little you need to do. You'll simply review your website, make a few small tweaks, and then focus on long-term goals like creating sales funnels, building landing pages for mini sessions, and setting up e-commerce. That's the main goal. You can also focus on retention efforts like blog content and other ongoing strategies. We'll show you how easy it is to do all of this by relying on PhotoBiz AI. It's a built-in assistant that helps with writing content and optimizing your pages for SEO as well. During today's session, you'll see that your website can be launched immediately afterward. If you're brand new to PhotoBiz, this is a great opportunity to see all the latest changes. If you've been with us for a while, you'll get to check out all the brand new features we've added. You'll see the latest tools and updates you can take advantage of in your own website builder. All right, let's get started. As soon as you log in, you'll land on the dashboard. This gives you access to account notifications like form submissions, orders, client galleries, appointments, and more. You'll also see your usage report, referral program, and recent email campaigns, including performance data like click rates and subscriptions. On the left-hand menu is your main hub of tools and features, but today we'll be focusing solely on the website portion of the platform. Other classes will cover e-commerce, quotes and invoices, client galleries, and the scheduler. So let's jump into the website builder. When you get started, you'll be prompted to choose a template. If you're new and just getting started, this is your starting point. Why? Because you need to see what fits your business best. You'll find a wide variety of templates to choose from. You can preview them by clicking the sample button, and when you're ready, select the one you like. I really like this template, so I'm going to select it. From there, we'll move through the website creation process step by step. Next, you can upload your logo. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can skip this step. Any written text can be filled in later, and placeholders will be added automatically. For this example, we'll upload a logo for Jane Doe Studios out of New York, then click Continue. Next, you'll upload your images. These will be stored in the backend file area, which you can access later in the Files section. For now, we recommend uploading at least 25 images. Why 25? Because this helps PhotoBiz AI design your website more effectively, using a strong range of visuals. You can replace or add images later, but uploading at least 25 gives you the best starting result. Once uploaded, you'll immediately see how your images are being used throughout the design. You can drag and drop them directly into the uploader, watch them process, and then click Continue. As the website builds, those images will be placed into different sections across the site. If certain areas need more or fewer images, the system will cycle through what you've uploaded, and you can always make changes later. It's fast and easy. Once the images are uploaded, we move to what I call the business profile section. Here, you'll enter your business name, your location, New York City, and your specialties or services. For this example, we'll say senior photos. Next is your style and approach. This helps PhotoBiz AI understand how to write on your behalf. For example, I love capturing candid moments and making people laugh. Just give a brief description of who you are and how you work. This information allows the AI to fill out content across your site in a way that sounds like you. For example, I love capturing candid moments and making people laugh. I focus on seniors and showcasing the real you, from a shy artist to a science nerd to a star athlete. I make you shine no matter what. Once that's added, you'll choose your brand voice. This determines how your website sounds stylistically. Do you want polished and professional, friendly and casual, fun and playful, artistic and expressive, calm and elegant? Think about how you want your business to be perceived. For this example, I'm choosing friendly and casual, especially since I want teens and seniors to feel comfortable. Once everything looks good, click Create Website. During this time, PhotoBiz AI is assembling your content, images, brand voice, and layout to transform the template into a website designed specifically for you. It's honestly impressive. No other website builder offers this level of hands-off website creation. With other builders, you still end up doing most of the work, writing content, placing images, and refining your voice. The PhotoBiz AI website creator actually delivers on what others promise. So take a moment, stretch, check messages, or see if a new client is checking out your social media. When you come back, your website will be ready for you. You can see that the website has been created successfully. To preview it, you can click the preview button, or you can go straight into the builder. For now, we're going to jump directly into the builder, so let's go ahead and select that. You'll see that your website loads in with your content already in place. Everything about your business is generally here. You can scroll through it, examine each section, and see what's been added. There may be some content you want to update, and that's completely normal. Once you're inside the website, you'll notice how your photographs have already been placed throughout the design. You can view the site block by block and see what's been created on your behalf. If you want to preview what your site looks like live, you can click the preview option and examine it exactly as your visitors would see it. It's captured your brand voice based on the preferences you selected, whether that's fun and playful, polished and professional, or something else. You'll see text written about you, your services, what to expect during a photo shoot, and even suggested testimonial copy that you can revise if needed. Booking-related content is already set up as well. And this isn't limited to just one page. This has been done across the entire website. You can preview the site live to see how it will look once it's published on your domain. Structurally, it already looks beautiful. Your words, your voice, your location, and all the business profile information you entered during setup have been applied not just to the home page, but also to the About page, portfolio pages, contact page, and any additional pages that were created. At this point, your job is simply to make revisions or tweaks where you feel they're needed. Another great thing you'll notice is that SEO has already been handled for you. If you click on the SEO tab, you'll see that the meta titles, meta descriptions, and keywords have all been filled out on your behalf. And again, This isn't just for the homepage. It's been done for every page on the site. Everything has been structurally completed, so you don't have to worry about the foundation. Now comes the easy part: refining and customizing. What I recommend doing next is going page by page and reviewing what's there. If you want to make tweaks, that's the fun part, because everything already exists. You're no longer building from scratch, you're just polishing. You can click directly on any block to edit it. You can rearrange blocks by dragging and dropping them, swap out images, or select alternate images from your clipboard. You can also change layouts, styling, colors, background options, font choices, and animations. If you want to make quick changes without diving deep into menus, you can use the fast access options on the side. Maybe you want to adjust spacing, turn full-width layouts on or off, or customize how things appear on mobile. You can do all of that here. If you change something like a divider line color or layout style, you'll immediately see it update. Any customized element will be clearly labeled, so you always know what's been changed. You can also revise any text manually, or you can ask PhotoBiz AI to rewrite it for you. Just click Ask PhotoBiz AI, and it will revise the content based on what's already there. If you like the result, save it, and it's instantly updated. If you want even more control, you can enter your own custom AI instructions. This allows you to guide the AI more specifically, whether you want something rewritten, expanded, or completely changed. Fonts can be adjusted as well. You can choose different fonts from the library, increase or decrease font sizes, and make stylistic adjustments using simple toggles and sliders. You can preview your website live at any time while making changes, refreshing as needed to see how everything looks in real time. If you want to add new blocks, you can do that easily from the block menu. There are plenty of block options to choose from, including pre-designed layouts. Once added, you can customize them, just like any other block. If the block includes placeholder content, PhotoBiz AI can automatically rewrite it using your business profile, or you can update it yourself. This process is fast and intuitive. You're not worrying about building a website anymore. You're editing. It's a lot like working in Lightroom. The heavy lifting is done, and now you're just refining and perfecting. You can repeat this process page by page, including SEO adjustments if needed. You can ask PhotoBiz AI to rewrite SEO content, tweak it manually, or even provide your own prompts. If you want to add new pages, just click the New Page option. You'll see different starting points based on page types like Home, About, Booking, or Gallery. But any page can become anything. These are just starting templates. For example, you can create a new gallery page, remove placeholder images, and instantly populate it with images from your clipboard. Building a gallery is incredibly simple. Select your images, insert them, and you're done. You can continue customizing layouts, adjusting focal points on images, and refining the design until everything looks exactly the way you want. Beyond pages, You can also create additional content like blog posts. Blogs are extremely important for SEO, and PhotoBiz AI makes them easy to create. Inside the blog builder, you can start with a blank post and ask PhotoBiz AI to generate evergreen content, such as what to wear for senior photos in New York City. Within moments, it will write a full blog post tailored to your business profile. You can then design the blog visually by breaking up text, adding images, adjusting layouts, and making it feel more personal. Once finished, you can optimize it for SEO with one click, tag it, and publish it. And once published, your blog is ready to be indexed by Google and displayed on your website. At this point, your website is built, your content is written, and your foundation is set. From here, you can begin creating things like sales funnels, investment pages, or booking-focused landing pages, everything you need to prepare for launch. And that's the power of the new PhotoBiz AI website creator. It builds the website for you, so you can focus on refining, customizing, and growing your business. Every photographer needs a website, and almost every photographer gets stuck building one. Writing pages, organizing sections, figuring out SEO, that's where weeks disappear. So we built something different. Introducing the PhotoBiz AI website creator. You choose a template. Fill out a short profile about your business. Upload your images. Then, with one click, your website is created for you. Every page is written. Every section is built. Your images are optimized with SEO-friendly alt text. No blank pages. No guessing what to say. You don't start with a website builder. You start with a finished website. And from there, you can tweak, refine, and make it yours without the stress. PhotoBiz AI website creator. It's here. Start and launch your website today. Building a photography website shouldn't take weeks or feel overwhelming. PhotoBiz AI Website Creator Suite, built exclusively for photographers. In minutes, PhotoBiz AI creates a complete photography website using your images, your style, and your business details. With our AI Website Creator, pages are written, design is done, and no tech skills are required. SEO is built in from the start. PhotoBiz AI writes search-ready page titles, image alt text, and location-based content designed specifically for photographers. And when you're not sure what to say, PhotoBiz AI helps write your about page, services, blogs, and marketing content in a natural, professional voice that still sounds like you. It's a faster, smarter way to launch a photography website that actually works. Start free and launch today. Need a website but don't want to build one? Our AI Website Creator handles it for you. Pick a template, upload your photos, answer a few questions about your business, and click Create Website. In just a few minutes, your pages are written and your images are in place. All you have to do is click once, then grab a coffee while your site comes together. Sign up free and see how easy it is to launch with PhotoBiz. Every photographer needs a website, and almost every photographer gets stuck building one. Writing pages, organizing sections, figuring out SEO, that's where weeks disappear. So we built something different. Introducing the PhotoBiz AI website creator. You choose a template. Fill out a short profile about your business. Upload your images. Then, with one click, your website is created for you. Every page is written. Every section is built. Your images are optimized with SEO-friendly alt text. No blank pages. No guessing what to say. You don't start with a website builder. You start with a finished website. And from there, you can tweak, refine, and make it yours without the stress. PhotoBiz AI website creator. It's here. Start and launch your website today.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to MasterClass 2026 with PhotoBiz. What this class will do in the next hour is help create all your sales funnels, such as setup to sell prints, products, and services, private galleries, booking appointments with payments, and proposals and invoices. Let's jump right in. I'm here on the home screen of your PhotoBiz account. You've got your different icons and everything over here on the left-hand side of the screen. The first thing that we want to do is actually go into the e-commerce section. So when we click on e-commerce here, it gives you all the different sections that you have available to you. This is going to be the brainchild of everything that you're selling through your client galleries and through your website. The very first thing I recommend setting up whenever you're getting started with your e-commerce and your client galleries is to configure your merchant first. That's going to be how you get paid by your client. So we hover over payment here, and in the drop-down menu, we're going to go to merchants. If you have any merchants configured, they'll show here. As you can see, this is a brand new account, so there's no merchant setup yet. We can click on the new merchant button, and this will take you into the merchant configuration. Our recommended merchant is Stripe, but we integrate with a couple other ones. We integrate with Square, Stripe, PayPal, Authorized.net, and a few other ones that you see listed here. We also support offline payments. So if you want to allow people to come into the studio and pay in person, or if you want to do an offline payment such as Zelle where people can pay via their Zelle account to your Zelle account, you can do that. You can have multiple payment methods. So you can have one credit card merchant, like a Square or Stripe. You can set up PayPal, and you can offer offline payment methods. You can offer a combination of those. Big thing here is that you can only have one credit card primary processor on here, and then your other ones are the supported payments as well. So for today's demo, I'm going to do an offline payment. In here, we're going to say pay in person. We can add special instructions, and this is really going to be something that'll help clients understand, hey, this is how you can pay for your order. And then you can put in a thank you message as well. So we'll put in special instructions. We'll put pay in person with cash. And we can put, thank you for choosing Jane Doe Photography. I believe that's the logo I'm using today for this one, so we'll put that in. And we hit add merchant. So whenever we add merchants in here, you'll get the confirmation that it's added. You want to make sure that it is set to active. You'll also see when you create your merchant on your account. So when we look at our merchants here, you'll see now we have that offline payment. The process for adding your other merchants such as Square and Stripe is pretty easy. If you have an existing account with any of those places, you just choose that merchant. And when you hit connect to it, it will open up another window here that allows you to put in your login credentials. Once you've got it connected, it will also show those listed here. Now the next option when you're setting up your e-commerce for the first time is to go and configure your shipping and your sales taxes. Shipping will be how you deliver your orders to your clients for anything that's a physical print or a product like an album, that type of thing. For digitals, shipping is obviously not going to apply because it's going to be a download link that they get, but we can go in and we click on new shipping method. For this one, we can just say in-studio pickup. And if you offer it for free, just set it to 0 and add shipping. You can also add additional information in here, such as country fees if you're shipping international. You can pass that charge along to the client where you're not paying out of pocket to deliver their images. We'll do one here, just for example with the post office, we'll do UPS. and we'll just say we charge $10 a flat rate, and add shipping method. So any shipping methods you configure, they'll be listed here. And later I'll show you where you can actually set up as many different shipping methods as you want. And you can limit those via price lists, so you can offer specific shipping methods to specific clients. The other thing we want to look at in here is your sales tax. So we click on taxes, we go to new tax line, you can put in your sales tax information. So we'll just say sales tax on here, and this will vary from place to place. So some places charge sales tax, some don't. Some charge different rates. Some do where it's only people in one state, others do it where it's all orders. You can control that here with the different settings. For today's demo, I'm just going to do a 7% sales tax. We're going to tax all orders. You can also charge additional sales tax. Some places require like county taxes, that type of thing. You can put that in here, and then you can also control whether or not you apply sales tax to shipping. Once you've got this all configured, you hit Add Tax Line, and that will create your sales tax on here. Much like the shipping methods, you can also create multiple tax lines as needed. Big thing out here, if you're not sure what to put in there, it's best to check with somebody local, an expert in your area, just to make sure you're collecting the right kind of sales tax on here for stuff you're selling online. The benefit of doing it here too is that this will automatically calculate the sales tax on your orders. It'll show on the receipt. And then in the reporting that you have built into your PhotoBiz account, you can actually pull a sales tax report if you need to see at the end of the year what your sales tax looked like. So once you have those three things set up, your merchants, your shipping, and your taxes, those are the three key components to being able to accept payments and deliver your orders to your clients. The next thing we're going to look at is going to be how to configure what we are actually selling on our site. So if we hover over Sell Online here, you'll see you've got a bunch of different options in here. You've got prints, digital images, packages, products. We're not going to cover services in this because it doesn't apply to your client galleries, but it is something where you can take one-time flat fees like a setup fee or a booking fee, that type of thing. We'll cover that in another part of MasterClass. You can do gift cards for online orders, and you can also configure your price lists. Let's take a look at these different options here. First, we're going to look at prints. When you go in here, it'll show any print sizes you have configured. To add new print sizes, we'll click on the new print size button, and we'll just specify the size here. So we'll just say 8 by 10. You set your price. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. For the demo today, I'm just going to set this to be $45. You can choose whether or not this print is active. You can choose whether or not you're charging sales tax. And if you have prints that are going to require additional shipping, maybe something's larger than your regular prints, you can pass that along to your client here for that specific item in the price list. So we'll click Add Print Size, get the confirmation message that it's been added, and you'll see here now we've got our prints. You can repeat those steps to add any print sizes that you want to offer to your clients in your client galleries. Now this next part is something where you'll want to offer this for physical prints. Or if you do digitals but you want to offer them like retouched before they get the link to download them, you can create that as a digital image. And what that will allow your clients to do is purchase this without getting a link to download it. It will come to you as an order. And then you'll be able to retouch the file and then provide it as a download. And I'll show you that in the client galleries. The next thing you can do here if you want to offer digitals as an option is you can click on digital images, and this will allow you to sell digital downloads that are available once clients have paid for their order. So we'll click new image and we can put in our digital image name. So we're going to call this one social media file. And we'll put a price, and you can choose your resolution here. We have two that are included with the website package. Your web size low resolution, which will be a maximum file size of 1500 pixels wide by 865 pixels tall at 72 dpi. Or you can do web size high resolution, which will be 3000 pixels wide by 1730 pixels tall and 72 dpi. You can offer as many different combinations of this as you want. So we'll set them up one at a time. We also offer a third option for clients that sell original resolution size files with the original file size option. It's $10 a month and it allows you to sell files as large as 50 megabytes each. Then you can upgrade that on your account anytime right through the control panel. You can choose whether this is active or not, and you can choose if you want to charge sales tax on this. Once you've got this all ready to go, you hit Add Digital Image, and it will create the digital item. You'll see it's been added here with the confirmation message. We go back to digital images here, and now you'll see that we've got that listed. Again, you can offer different sizes here. You can offer the 2 or 3 different sizes. You can charge different amounts for each one of those if you want to as well. The next thing we're going to look at is packages. This is a section that will allow you to sell print packages, and these can be divided into a couple different methods. When you go in, you'll see you've got categories. So you can create different categories if you have different types of packages that you offer to different clients. For example, you may have a print package for family portrait sessions and then a totally different print package for seniors. The list goes on. You can offer as many different combinations and types of packages you want, and you can split them up into categories here. For the demo here, I'm just going to use the one category called packages, and we will add a new package. You'll see you can do fixed packages, flexible packages, digital fixed packages, or the full event as a digital file download. These 4 packages give you a lot of flexibility with this. Your fixed package allows you to create a simple pricing package. This is going to be your traditional, you get an 8C10 and 2 5.7s for a set amount. So we go in, and we can call this one the gold package. You can put in a description for your package here. Now, one thing you don't want to do in the description is include the print sizes, because that's going to be in the next step, and it'll be visible to your clients. So you can say something along the lines of, this is my most popular package, and saves you 10% versus buying a la carte, something like that. That promotes it, just something that lets people know what they're getting with this. You can choose the number of poses, so we'll say 2. We'll set this to active. We can charge our price for this. So on this one, we'll say $45. You can choose if you're going to charge sales tax. You can choose if you're going to charge shipping. If there's additional shipping, you can charge that here. You can also tag your packages. So one thing that's really nice about this is that you can add a tag to this. For this one, we're going to call it Family Portrait Package. And when we add that tag, what this will do is allow you to sort your orders by anybody that's purchased the Family Portrait Package. And that's great because it ties in with some of the other tools that you have included with your account as far as the studio management goes, like the email marketing, for example. It's really nice because it makes it easy to generate lists of who's bought what within your account. We go and we hit next. Here's where you can add your print sizes that are going to be available in the package. So we'll say you get one 8x10 and you get 2 5x7s. So we'll put in our print size, we'll put in the quantity, and we hit Create Package. Once you've created the package, you'll have access to all the settings for it here. So you'll see the details, which is what we configured. You'll see your print sizes. You can put in an image to act as a placeholder in your store, in your client galleries. So this would be representative of what you have in terms of the actual package itself. This wouldn't be something that your client gallery images would go into. This is something that just represents what you're selling. You can do add-ons. So if you want to offer add-ons on your package, for example, someone can buy an additional pose for an additional $10, and then you can also specify what that is as far as that print goes. So if they can do an additional 5x7, and if you want to charge an additional price for it, you can do that here. Those add-ons are pretty cool because it makes it easy to be able to do additional print sizes for a package if you want to offer that as an add-on. You've got an SEO section here where you can put in your site search and such. And then, as I mentioned before, the tags, once you've created that here, you'll see that we've got the gold package. It's $45. And you'll see the type of package is fixed. We can go in and do a flexible package. Same thing. We can call this one the silver package. This is a flexible package that allows you to choose poses and prints that you want to apply them to. On here, we can choose our number of poses. So we'll say 2 again, and we can choose how many prints they're going to be able to purchase in total. So we'll say for this one, we'll do 3 total. And for this one, we're going to do our price. Same things apply here. Charge tax, charge shipping, additional shipping. For tag on this one, we could say flexible family portrait package. Once you've got this all configured, you hit next. Here's where you can put in your print sizes. So we'll say 8 by 10, we'll say 5 by 7. And you can also put in other things in here, like let's say 11 by 14. Once you've added your print sizes, same thing applies. You've got your different options in here. Flexible packages do not allow for add-ons. That's one thing that only applies to your fixed packages, but that's how you can configure these. Now let's look at the digital fixed option. This is what allows you to sell a specific amount of digital images per event. So we'll go in, and on this one, we're going to call this one the bronze package. We'll say this package is all digital files that you can share online. In here, you put how many digitals you want people to buy. For this one, we'll just say 3. You can charge your price here, so we'll say $100. Then you choose your resolution. Again, the web size low, web size high, original files if you have that, will all be available here. You can choose whether to charge sales tax or not. Then you choose if you want to make it active. And we are good to go on here. The digital fixed will also allow you to sell additional digitals for an amount. So we'll say you can do 3 additional for $20 each. You hit Save Changes. And now we've got a digital fixed package set up. The last package option that you have is the full event, so digital full event. This allows people to purchase all of their images from an event. And again, they can download this all at once the payment's received. So for this one, we're just going to call it all images. This package gives you all of your images in a single download. For this one, we'll put in our price, $125. You choose your resolution that you want to offer this at and create your digital package. You'll see all the same options apply here for digital images and tags. So now we've got all 4 package types set up. Again, you don't have to offer one or any of these packages. You can offer any combination of them that you want. But you do have 4 different options as far as creating your packages goes. And then you can, again, just like with the shipping and print sizes, go in and easily set this up to offer as many different package types and as many different print sizes that you want to offer. And then you can limit those based on the price list, which we'll look at in just a second. The next one we're going to go over here is products. You'll see here we've got a couple different categories. We've got general products, we've got a canvas collage, photo albums, gifts. For new, you can split up your products in categories. Again, it's nice because you can organize these based on what the product type is and what type of client it's for. The options here are really endless. You can really keep things organized so you know exactly what category contains which products. To add a new product, we'll go in. For this one, we can call it an album. You can put in a description. So we'll say Family Portrait Album from Jane Doe Photography. And you charge our price, so we'll say $150. You can put in your tax and your shipping. The additional shipping cost is really nice here for products because if you have something that's large or heavy, something that's going to cost more to ship, you can put that additional shipping cost here. That way it's automatically added for this very specific product. We'll hit Create Product to generate the settings for the product option here. Now we've got a lot of different things we can configure. Images allows you to put an image that will represent what this product is into your client galleries. Options is nice because options will let you do things like customization, album cover, finish type, paper type. There's a lot of different things you can do with options. We're going to click New Option. For this one, since it's an album, we'll keep it simple and we'll just say Cover Color. With this, we can offer different colors that you offer. For example, on an album cover, we can go in and hit New Sub Option. For this one, we'll say black. No extra price for that. Add option. Perfect. We can click Go Back. We can do a sub option. Let's say red. If that cost you extra through your lab or your vendor, you can pass that cost on to the customer here. So we'll say this one's $10 extra. Then we'll do one more. We'll say this one blue. If you don't want to do a flat price for it and you want to do a percentage, you can also do that here. We'll just say this one, we'll put it at 3%. And hit Add Option. The other thing you can do with your product options here is personalization. So we'll go in and we'll call this one personalization. We'll do New Sub Option. We can say no thank you and leave that at 0. Then if you want to offer something where say family name and it costs you extra to have it done, you can put this in here and they can enter in their customization on it. So we'll say family name. And include your personalized message for your album cover. What this will do is when people add this product to their cart, they'll be able to put in a custom message on there. So it's nice because these options allow you to add different things to your products and then charge additional fees as necessary. Photo requirements is where you can specify how many photos it requires to complete this product in your account and then the checkout process. If you leave this set to 0, there's no image requirements. That means that no one's going to add any of their photos to this. So it's very important that you do specify what your photo requirements are. You can set a minimum and you can set a maximum. So for minimum we can say 2, then for max we could say 10. You can specify this per product. And just like with the packages for fixed, you can do add-ons. So once people hit 10, you can offer they can add additional photos to this. Let's say they can add 5 additional, and it costs $10 per additional photo. If you're offering digital downloads as a product, for example, you wanted to offer a style guide or something else you were selling through your site that people could download, you can do that here. You can link that to your file section. Once you've got it uploaded, it'll appear here in the drop-down. You can choose how long that download is going to be available, and you can choose how many times people can download that. Once you've done that, you hit Save Changes. If you're selling something and you want to have inventory for it, let's say you have something that is a one-of-a-kind thing, you can set this to yes and set how many you have in stock. Once you do that and someone purchases it, it will no longer show as available on the site. It will show that it's sold out. You've got your SEO section in here and keywords. Then again, you have the tag. So for this one, we're going to say Family Portrait Album. And we hit Save Changes. So you've got your product set up. Now, once you've got your stuff filled out here for your prints, your packages, and your products, you'll want to go down to price lists. Price lists are what you can generate and control what your clients will see in their event whenever you send it out to them. You'll have a global price list. We can click on that to edit it. You'll see that you can choose what shipping methods are available, products, packages, services, and prints. I'll show you how to set up a new price list. We'll go back to price lists. We'll click on New Price List. For this one, we're going to call it Family Portraits Price List. The price list name itself is internal, so only you're going to be able to see it. It's very important to label these so it's clear, because when we generate the client gallery, you can choose from any of the price lists you've created. So you want to make sure that naming convention is something that's easy to recognize so you don't accidentally apply the wrong price list to the wrong event. To customize the options in your price list, what you can do is select all, which by default will have every single thing that you offer in there. You can select none if you don't want to offer anything in a particular category. And then you can also do custom. For this one, you'll see we've got our in-studio pickup shipping method, which is free, or the post office for $10. We'll leave that one with all. We'll go into products here. You can click on this drop down. It'll show you your product categories. Then you can choose what combination of these you want to offer. For this one, we're going to set none to canvas collage, none to photo albums, and none to gifts. We're just going to have our product that we set up for the album. If we go to packages, we'll leave that set to all because we just have the ones that we set up. If we did want to take any of these off, you can click on that and then uncheck the box. It'll switch that over to custom, and you're good to go. Services, we're going to have none on this. Then prints, digital images, you can go here. You'll see what you've got available. We'll go ahead and make that social media file as part of this as well. Then we can click Add to Price List. So now we've got our price list added. You see we have global, and then we have our family portraits price list. Setting these up takes a little bit of time, but once you've got everything configured, you won't have to go back in and mess with this unless your pricing changes, or if you add some new packages or new products, that type of thing. Super easy to set it up though. Once you've got it configured and you're ready to start offering these through your client galleries, you'll be able to go in and just choose from your list of price lists that you've already created. Next, we're going to go over to the left side menu and click on Client Galleries. When you go into your client galleries, by default, you should see a page that looks like this. If you haven't set up any events yet, it will show any of your client gallery events that you have set up in the past if you have any in there. If you don't have any, it's going to look very similar to what you see here. You'll see that you can do categories. So right now we just have the My Events category. We can click on this little pencil icon. We'll change the name of this from My Events to Family Portraits. And just for the sake of showing you how it works, we'll do another category for this one. We'll just say Seniors. What this will do is allow you to split your events into different categories. It's a great way to keep things organized. So if you do a couple different types of photography, it makes it super easy to be able to know, okay, hey, this is family portrait session, it needs to go in here. Or senior portrait session, it needs to go here. We'll click New Event to create a new event. This is how you will set up the gallery that's going to contain your client's images. The first thing we're going to do is give our event a name. For this one, call it Johnson Family. You set an expiration date. By default, the PhotoBiz client gallery is going to set it to 30 days in advance, but you can click on this calendar field and make this as long or as short as you want to. We can put in a password. This is optional, but usually for client galleries, most people do put a password on here. So for this one, we'll put Johnson 2025 cover page email collection. You can choose whether or not you want to require them to enter their email address when they access the images. I usually recommend setting this to yes. The reason for that is because your client galleries also contain email automations. So anybody that accesses the event, if you have your email automations turned on, it puts them into that workflow. You'll see that by default, we've got a couple different ones that are set up along with a cart reminder series. For this one, I usually recommend the cart reminder series because what that's going to do is send out email reminders for anybody that does something like start their order but don't complete it. It'll send out an abandoned cart message to them via email. It makes it low touch for you because it does it all automatically. You don't have to mess with it. You can use the default ones, or you can edit the existing ones, or go in and create your own. That all goes through the email automation tool. Over here, you've got your price list option. You can choose from your global one or your family portraits one. If you need to create a new price list, you can click here and it will take you over to the price list section in e-commerce so you can create a new one. We scroll down a little bit into the settings here. You'll see that we've got the option to allow free downloads. For this, we're going to set this to no. But if you did want to offer people the ability to go online and just download their pictures for free, you can set this to yes. You can choose the resolution. Or you can choose yes with code and choose the resolution, which would require them to enter in a separate code to do their downloads. You've got some other options as far as your client galleries go here. You can allow favorites, allow sharing, comments, the magnifier tool, displaying the watermark, and displaying the file names. For the sake of the demo, I'm going to leave all of these on, but you can configure these however you want. One of the more common questions is the sharing option. What that will allow people to do is share a link out onto things like social media. And all it does is pull a link back to the client gallery. So it doesn't allow people to share images where people can save them, but it does allow them to share a link out to third-party places to pull people into the event. It's great for family portraits where mom and dad are looking at the images and they can share it out to grandma or whoever else in the family they want to share it with. We click on Create Event. It's going to ask you if you want to activate your automation series in your emails if they haven't previously been used. So we'll say yes, activate all emails. And now it takes us into our client gallery event. Here's where you can actually upload your photos to your event. You'll see that you've got the click here to upload your images option. You can also add additional galleries in here. So if you have two different things you want to offer to the same event, you can set up multiple galleries in here. Once you've uploaded your photos, you'll see that they're listed here. You can resort these. So if they aren't in the order you want, you can reorder them and confirm the changes. You can configure how this is displayed too for your clients with the cover page option. If you want people to have a cover page, you can choose from different cover layouts. You can choose whether or not you want your logo displayed. You can put a subtitle in to greet people when they land on the event. Then you can also choose the cover image. You can choose no image, which would mean there's no image that shows. It's just going to be the login with your logo. You can use the first image in the event, or you can upload a custom graphic. You can also adjust opacity and the image focal point. If you want to put music on your client gallery event, you can do that here. Some folks like to use music, some don't. You can also go in and adjust settings like the expiration date at any time. And then the last option to deliver this gallery out to your clients is sharing. You can send people to your site to log in through a proofing link, or you can use the email invitations tool. In your event, each one is going to have a button that says share. If you click on it, it slides out the right side menu. You'll see an option to email invite. This will allow you to send out an email. You can add as many contacts as you need. Then hit continue. You can put what the name is going to be. So we'll say PhotoBiz MasterClass 2026. You can put what email address this is going to come from. You can put a custom subject line and a custom message if you want to. There's also an option to include instructions on how clients can create their own custom gallery viewing app on their phone. Then you can hit send. This will give you a confirmation message that you've shared this out. What's really nice about this is that you will be able to go in and check the delivery status in your contacts once you've shared it out, so you can see if it's been delivered and if it's been opened. That's all tracked for you through that email invitation. If you don't want to use email invitations, you've also got the option to share your link out. It'll generate that link. You can copy it, you can choose whether or not you want to require the password to be entered when they do it. So if you send the default link, it can load the password in for them. If you don't want to do that and you want to make them enter the password, just check that box. You can also share this out via social media. It will put a link out to those platforms, driving traffic back into the event itself. And then the last option you have here is to create a blog post using your client gallery. You can enter this in manually, or use the PhotoBiz AI writing assistant to write the blog post for you. You can choose images for the post. Once you've done that, you hit publish, and that will create the blog post for you. You can find it in the blog section. Now let me show you what the buying process looks like, because this is pretty cool how you can set it up to allow clients to go in and purchase. Clients will see the cover photo and the expiration date if you have that turned on. Then they can open the gallery. If you have email collection turned on, they'll enter their email address and then enter the password. And the gallery images are there. They can hover over images, click on them, mark favorites, use the magnifier tool, do side-by-side comparisons, share a link out via email or social media, and leave a comment that gets sent back to you. Those comments are only visible between you and your client. When they click Add to Cart, they'll see what your price list has made available, so they can choose prints, digitals, packages, and products based on what you included in that price list. For example, they can purchase a digital file, request retouching, add an album, choose options like cover color and personalization, enter their personalized message, and add photos to the product to meet the photo requirements. Those image requirements are nice because it won't allow people to check out until they have completed whatever requirements are set for your different items. Once everything is added, they can view their cart, see the subtotal, and begin checkout. They enter their contact and shipping information, choose shipping method, and then choose their payment option. If you have multiple payment methods, they will show up here. Once they submit the order, they'll get a receipt from your studio. You'll also get a notification showing everything that was purchased. The receipt will include thumbnails, file names, pricing, sales tax, and it will be branded with your logo at the top. Inside your PhotoBiz account, you can view orders in the e-commerce dashboard, and you can also run reports, including a sales tax report, which is helpful for tracking what was collected. Now that we have the e-commerce solution set up, the next step is to set up the scheduler. The scheduler allows clients to book appointments directly on your website, and if you choose, submit payments at the same time. This is one of the most powerful tools you can use to turn interest into action without back and forth emails. Today, we're going to set up 3 different types of services so you can see how flexible this is and how easy it is for your customers to book with you. First, we'll go to the left-hand menu and click on Scheduler. This is your scheduler dashboard. From here, you can track all upcoming appointments. You can view them in a calendar layout or switch to a list view depending on how you prefer to manage your schedule. Next, we have Services. This is where you create the appointment types that clients can book, whether that's booking only, booking with payment, or free consultations. Policies allow you to control booking rules, like how far in advance someone must book or whether cancellations are allowed. This is great if you don't want same-day bookings or want at least 24 hours notice. Availability is where you define your working schedule. You can set which days you're available, block off specific days, or exclude certain times. For example, if you don't take appointments on Sundays. Time off lets you block out vacations or unavailable days. This isn't customer-facing, so you don't need to worry about it appearing publicly. Now let's create our first service. We'll start by creating a new category and call it MasterClass 2026. The 3 services we're going to set up are a free consultation, an in-studio shoot that can be booked on a recurring basis, and a spring mini session with custom dates. We'll start with the free consultation. There are two types of services you can create: recurring services, which are ongoing and available regularly, and custom date services, which are perfect for limited time events like mini sessions. Recurring services are ideal for consultations and studio shoots, so we'll select that and continue. We'll name this free consultation and add a short description. For duration, we'll set this to 30 minutes. The price will be set to 0 since this is a free consultation. We'll activate it for booking only. Next, we'll select an image that represents this service. You'll also see options where you can add selections or upgrades. We won't need those here, but they'll be useful for other services later. For availability, we'll limit this service to specific days. Let's say consultations only happen on Mondays. We'll mark the other days as unavailable, so clients can only book during the times we want. You can do this for any service. Maybe studio shoots only happen 2 days a week. This is where you control that. Once that's set, we'll save our changes. You can also add instructions for clients, a thank you message, and email automations like appointment reminders. These reminders help reduce no-shows and save you time. We'll turn those on. We'll also add tags for organization and search, and then save. That's our first service. Now let's set up the second one, an in-studio session. This will also be a recurring service. We'll add the description, set the duration, and set the price at $250. This time, we'll enable booking with payment. We'll select an image to represent the session. Now we'll add options. For example, we'll add a hair option so clients can choose whether they want hairstyling included. We'll set the options to yes or no, make it optional, and assign an additional price of $75 if they select yes. You'll see the price update automatically. Availability will remain open based on our schedule, and we'll add a time-off block for an upcoming Friday so no one can book that day. We'll add instructions, thank you messaging, email automations, tags, and save. Now let's set up the third service, a custom date service for mini sessions. Custom dates are perfect for this. We'll name this Spring Sessions, March. We'll set the duration to 15 minutes and the price to $200. We'll enable booking with payment. Now we'll choose the custom date. Let's schedule this for March 28th. We'll set the hours from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., take a break, and then resume later in the afternoon. We'll create the service, select an image, add any options if needed, enable reminders, add tags, and save. Now we have all three services ready. Next, we'll make them visible on the website. We'll go to the website builder and create a new page. We'll choose a booking style page and select a layout that works well as a booking hub. We'll customize the images quickly, and you'll notice the scheduler block is already included. We'll click into the block and switch it to custom scheduler services. From there, we'll select the MasterClass 2026 category and choose Free Consultation, In-Studio Session, and Spring Sessions, March. Now all three services appear on the page. Let's preview it. From this page, clients can book directly. If they select free consultation, they'll see available Mondays only. They choose a time, enter their information, and book. They'll receive a confirmation and can add it directly to their calendar. For in-studio sessions, they can select options like hairstyling, see the price update, choose an available date, and proceed to checkout. For spring sessions, they'll only see the specific date and time slots available for that event. Now, if you want to go even further, you can create a dedicated landing page just for mini sessions. We'll create another booking page, select a simple layout, and name it Booking Spring. We'll customize the images and display only the Spring Sessions service on this page. From here, you can add more details, location, what to expect, FAQs, or anything else that helps clients feel confident booking. This page is perfect for social media, email campaigns, and ads because it keeps people focused on one action. Now you can send this page out, drive traffic directly to it, and let clients book without distractions. They'll select their time, add it to their cart, apply payment, and confirm, all in one place. It really is that fast and easy. Anytime someone books, you'll see it instantly in the scheduler. If we go back to the scheduler dashboard, we can view upcoming appointments, time off, and availability at a glance. You'll see consultations, studio sessions, and mini sessions all organized in one place. And now that scheduling is complete, we're ready to move on to quotes and invoices. Now let's focus on quotes and invoices. Quotes, sometimes called proposals, are used when you want to offer something to a client ahead of time, especially when what they're asking for falls outside your standard packages. This might be a custom request, an upgraded experience, or a tailored package built just for them. Invoices, on the other hand, are typically used after a session has already taken place. Maybe the session ran longer than expected, or the client decided they wanted additional products, images, or services after the fact. Invoices allow you to bill for those extras easily. Both of these can be created and managed directly inside the PhotoBiz platform. Let's start with quotes. Creating a quote is straightforward. You'll start by selecting the items you want to include. These can be prints, digital images, packages, products, or services you already offer. You can adjust quantities, pricing, and options as needed. All of these items can be pulled from your existing catalog, which makes it fast to build a proposal that feels professional and intentional. If a client wants something outside of your normal offerings, you can add custom items as well. This is perfect for special requests. For example, maybe a client wants an 8-hour session instead of your standard coverage. You can create a custom line item, name it, add a description, set the quantity, and assign a price. You can mark it taxable if needed and save it directly into the quote. You can also create fully custom packages this way, bundling services, products, and add-ons into one proposal. Once everything is added, you simply select the client you want to send the quote to. From there, you can configure shipping options if physical products are included. If you don't already have shipping set up, You can easily add flat rate shipping at this stage. Before sending the quote, you can also set an expiration date. This lets the client know how long the quote is valid and helps create a clear decision window. You can add a title, a personalized message, terms and policies, and even set up a thank you email that's sent automatically once the quote is approved. Once everything looks good, you save your changes and send the quote. The client will receive an email with a clean, professional proposal. They'll be able to review the details, approve or decline the quote, and digitally sign it to make it a binding agreement. Once the quote is approved, you'll see that status update immediately on your side. At that point, you can convert the approved quote into an invoice with just a click. When creating the invoice, you can review the due date, allow partial payments if you choose, and confirm the payment options. Once the invoice is sent, the client will receive an email prompting them to complete payment. From your dashboard, you'll be able to track whether the invoice is pending, partially paid, or fully paid. You'll see exactly what was charged, who it was sent to, and what payments have been made. If you've enabled invoice-related email automations, reminders will be sent automatically to help keep payments on track. Clients can pay directly online using the available payment methods. If a payment is made offline, for example, a cash or in-person deposit, you can manually record that payment so everything stays accurate and organized. All of this information is also reflected inside the client's record in your CRM, so you always have a clear history of quotes, invoices, and payments. If you ever need to create an invoice from scratch, you can do that too. The process is very similar to creating a quote. You select items, adjust quantities and pricing, apply taxes or shipping if needed, connect it to the client, and send it. It really is that simple. At this point, your website has become more than just a place to show images. It's now a fully connected sales funnel, handling inquiries, bookings, quotes, contracts, and payments in one place. Your website should be your strongest sales tool, not just an online portfolio. It's where traffic turns into revenue and where your business runs efficiently behind the scenes. In our next class, we'll focus on marketing, how to drive the right traffic to your site, understand current trends, and use them to grow your business. Thanks for joining this session. I hope it gave you a clear picture of how powerful your website can be. We'll see you in the next class.
Every photographer needs a website, and almost every photographer gets stuck building one. Writing pages, organizing sections, figuring out SEO, that's where weeks disappear. So we built something different. Introducing the PhotoBiz AI website creator. You choose a template. Fill out a short profile about your business. Upload your images. Then, with one click, your website is created for you. Every page is written. Every section is built. Your images are optimized with SEO-friendly alt text. No blank pages. No guessing what to say. You don't start with a website builder. You start with a finished website. And from there, you can tweak, refine, and make it yours without the stress. PhotoBiz AI website creator. It's here. Start and launch your website today. Building a photography website shouldn't take weeks or feel overwhelming. PhotoBiz AI Website Creator Suite, built exclusively for photographers. In minutes, PhotoBiz AI creates a complete photography website using your images, your style, and your business details. With our AI website creator, pages are written, design is done, and no tech skills are required. SEO is built in from the start. PhotoBiz AI writes search-ready page titles, image alt text, and location-based content designed specifically for photographers. And when you're not sure what to say, PhotoBiz AI helps write your about page, services, blogs, and marketing content in a natural, professional voice that still sounds like you. It's a faster, smarter way to launch a photography website that actually works. Start free and launch today. Need a website but don't want to build one? Our AI website creator handles it for you. Pick a template, upload your photos, answer a few questions about your business, and click Create Website. In just a few minutes, your pages are written and your images are in place. All you have to do is click once, then grab a coffee while your site comes together. Sign up free and see how easy it is to launch with PhotoBiz. Every photographer needs a website, and almost every photographer gets stuck building one. Writing pages, organizing sections, figuring out SEO, that's where weeks disappear. So we built something different. Introducing the PhotoBiz AI website creator. You choose a template. Fill out a short profile about your business. Upload your images. Then, with one click, your website is created for you. Every page is written. Every section is built. Your images are optimized with SEO-friendly alt text. No blank pages. No guessing what to say. You don't start with a website builder. You start with a finished website. And from there, you can tweak, refine, and make it yours without the stress. PhotoBiz AI website creator. It's here. Start and launch your website today. Today we're talking about marketing in 2026. Not theory, not trends for marketers, but real, practical marketing for photographers. The kind that fits into your life, doesn't burn you out, and actually leads to bookings. Because marketing is not about posting more. It's about being visible in the right way, in the right places. Consistently enough that people trust you when they're ready to hire. And looking ahead to 2026, we're expanding that foundation by adding more interactive qualities to your site, using stories, video, and dynamic content to keep visitors engaged longer, build trust faster, and guide them more naturally toward booking. One of the biggest myths I want to clear up right away is that you have to be everywhere. You don't. You need to be clear and consistent, not omnipresent. In 2026, attention is fragmented, algorithms are crowded, and people are overwhelmed. The photographers who win are not the loudest. They're the clearest. So let's start with the foundation. Marketing today works as an ecosystem. Every piece supports the other. Your website is the home base. Social media is how people discover you. Email is how you build trust and convert. And video is the connective tissue that ties all of it together. Let's talk about video first, because in 2026, video is no longer optional. It's not a bonus. It's the default language of the internet. Every major platform prioritizes video, because video keeps people engaged longer, builds emotional connection faster, and humanizes brands instantly. And as photographers, This is actually great news because you already understand light, composition, and storytelling. But here's the good news. You do not need to become a filmmaker. You do not need fancy gear. You do not need to post cinematic content every day. What you need is simple, repeatable video that shows your process, your personality, and your point of view. The most effective marketing videos in 2026 are short, authentic, and specific. Behind-the-scenes clips, talking head videos shot on your phone, quick before and after edits, client reactions, you shooting, you editing, you explaining something you care about. These kinds of videos work because they build familiarity, and familiarity builds trust. Now let's zoom out and look at the full marketing ecosystem. Everything starts with your website. Your website is where conversions happen. Your site should have clear messaging, clear calls to action, and clear ways for people to inquire, book, or join your email list. Which brings us to email. Email is still the highest ROI marketing channel in 2026. Algorithms change, platforms change. Email is something you own. And yet, most photographers massively underuse it. You don't need a complicated funnel. You don't need weekly newsletters. You need a simple system, a sign-up form on your site, a short welcome sequence, and a monthly email that reminds people you exist and what you offer. And guess what works incredibly well in email? Video, a short embedded clip, a link to a reel, a behind-the-scenes moment. Video in email increases click-through rates and helps people feel connected to you even when they're not actively booking. Now let's talk about social media, because this is where most photographers feel overwhelmed. Instagram remains strong for visual storytelling and reels. Facebook still plays a major role in local visibility and community engagement. TikTok continues to be powerful for discovery and personality-driven content. The first thing I want you to hear is this. You do not need to post every day. In fact, posting too much often leads to burnout and inconsistent quality. In 2026, quality and clarity beat quantity. A realistic, effective posting schedule is about 3 times a week. That's it. 3 intentional pieces of content that each serve a purpose. And every piece of content should fit into one of a few content pillars. But you don't need to master everything. You need intentional content. That's where content pillars come in. Choose 3 or 4 themes that match your brand and speak directly to your ideal client. Let's talk about those pillars. The first is behind the scenes and process. People love seeing how things are made. They want to see you working, interacting with clients, adjusting light, calming kids, posing couples. These videos perform incredibly well because they feel real and unscripted. The second pillar is education. Teach something small. Not everything you know. Just one helpful idea. A posing tip. A lighting trick. What to wear to a session. How to prepare kids. Educational content positions you as an expert and builds trust. The third pillar is social proof. Testimonials. Client reactions. Finished images paired with quotes. Before and after transformations. This content reassures potential clients that other people have trusted you and had a great experience. The fourth pillar is personality. This is where you talk to the camera. Share your values. Share why you do what you do. Share your perspective on photography, family, weddings, creativity, or business. This is often the content that converts the most, because people don't just hire talent, they hire people they feel aligned with. Now let's talk about how video fits into all of this. In 2026, short-form video is still dominant. Reels, Shorts, and TikToks are all essentially the same format. Vertical video, fast pacing, strong hook in the first second or two. And here's the key. Your hook does not need to be clever. It needs to be clear. A good hook sounds like this. Most families are nervous about photos. Here's how I fix that. 3 mistakes people make when choosing a photographer. This is why your kid won't smile in photos, and it's not their fault. Notice what these hooks do. They speak directly to a problem your client has. They stop the scroll. Now, once you have attention, keep the video short. 5 to 10 seconds is often enough. You don't need to explain everything. Leave people wanting more, and always end with a soft call to action. Something like, "If this helped, follow along," or "If you're planning a session, send me a message," or "More tips on my site." Stories are another powerful tool in 2026. Stories are where relationships deepen. This is where you can be casual, imperfect, and human. Talking head clips work incredibly well here. Quick updates, a day in the life, a moment from a shoot, a thought you had while editing. You don't need to overthink stories. They are about presence, not performance. Now let's talk about repurposing, because this is how you market without burning out. One piece of content should live in multiple places. A single behind-the-scenes video can become a reel, a TikTok, a YouTube short, a story clip, and a website embed. The work is done once. The distribution is multiplied. This is where PhotoBiz fits beautifully into your marketing system. You can embed video on your website. You can add lead capture forms that connect to your email list. You can link directly from social to booking pages. Everything should be connected. Another important part of marketing in 2026 is consistency over perfection. People do not expect polished content. In fact, overly polished content often feels less trustworthy. What they want is real, helpful, and relatable. Your phone is enough, your voice is enough, your perspective is enough. Now let's talk about ads briefly, because this comes up a lot. Paid ads can work, but only after your foundation is solid. If your website is confusing, if your messaging is unclear, if you don't know who you're talking to, ads will just amplify the problem. Organic content should always come first. When ads do work well, video ads almost always outperform static images. Even a simple video of you talking to the camera explaining who you serve and how to book can outperform a beautiful photo with no context. Again, clarity beats polish. Marketing is about being present when the timing is right. So here's your simple 2026 marketing plan. 1 website that converts. 1 email list you nurture monthly. 3 social posts per week. Video as your primary content format. Clear messaging. Clear calls to action. That's it. If you focus on those things, you will grow. Not overnight, not instantly, but sustainably. And sustainably is how you build a business that lasts. You don't need to chase every trend. You don't need to copy what everyone else is doing. You need to understand your clients, communicate clearly, and show up as yourself. Marketing in 2026 rewards honesty, consistency, and connection. And as photographers, you are uniquely equipped to do this well. Every post should include 3 things: a hook that stops the scroll value that helps or reassures, and a clear call to action. Engagement matters too. Social platforms reward interaction, not just posting. That means replying to comments, responding to messages, using story tools like polls and questions, and collaborating locally with businesses your clients already trust. So how do you turn attention into bookings? It starts with treating your profile like a storefront. Your bio should clearly say who you serve and where you're located. Your highlights or pinned posts should show your best work and your process. Your calls to action should be simple and direct. Marketing in 2026 isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right few things consistently and making sure social media leads somewhere that converts. Because social media creates attention, but your website is where conversion happens. So now that we've talked about how to get seen, build engagement, and drive traffic, the next question is, what happens after someone clicks? For that, we're going to turn it over to our marketing team to walk through how your website, funnels, and built-in tools actually turn interest into leads and bookings.
When people arrive on your website, You already know they're interested. They didn't land there by accident. So your website's job isn't to convince everyone. It's to guide the right people forward. Most photographers already have the basics in place: a homepage, a portfolio, a contact page. But conversion happens when you go one step further and give visitors a reason to stay, engage, and raise their hand. One of the fastest ways to do that is by creating intentional entry points, landing pages, offers, and lead opportunities designed around specific goals. For example, maybe you want to book mini sessions quickly, or promote a seasonal offer, or build an email list for future campaigns. Instead of sending everyone to your homepage, you can create a focused booking page or landing page built specifically for that purpose. Inside PhotoBiz, this is easy to do. You can create booking-only pages tied to a specific session, date, and price. These pages are perfect for social posts, email campaigns, and ads because they remove distractions and make the next step obvious. Once someone books, fills out a form, or makes a purchase, their information is automatically stored in your system. This is where your CRM, your client relationship manager, comes into play. Every contact, inquiry, purchase, and interaction is stored in one place so you can follow up intentionally. One of the most powerful tools here is tagging. Tags allow you to organize your audience by interest, session type, or timing. For example, seniors, families, weddings, past clients, leads from a giveaway, or subscribers from a specific form. Tags make it possible to send the right message to the right people, without blasting everyone with everything. Email marketing becomes much more effective when it's targeted. Instead of sending one message to your entire list, you can send relevant campaigns based on interest or behavior. And those campaigns can be created directly inside PhotoBiz using pre-built templates or custom designs. You can send promotions, session reminders, newsletters, or simple check-ins. You can customize colors, images, buttons, and links, and connect emails directly to booking pages or landing pages. Another powerful on-site marketing tool is pop-ups and sticky banners. These are designed to capture attention after someone is already engaged with your site. When used correctly, they feel helpful, not intrusive. For example, a pop-up offering a discount for signing up to your newsletter, or early access to mini sessions, or a reminder about a limited time offer. Timing matters here. Waiting 10 to 30 seconds before showing a pop-up makes it feel like a reward rather than an interruption. Sticky banners work well for ongoing promotions or announcements. They stay visible without disrupting the browsing experience and can link directly to booking pages or offers. All of these tools work together as a funnel. Social media drives traffic. Landing pages focus attention. Forms capture leads. Tags organize contacts. Emails follow up. Pop-ups reinforce action. And your website becomes an active part of your marketing, not just a portfolio. The goal isn't to overwhelm people. It's to guide them. And because everything is tracked, you can see what's working. Email opens. Clicks. Bookings. You can adjust your strategy based on real data instead of guessing. That's the power of a connected system. In 2026, successful marketing isn't about chasing trends. It's about building clear pathways from attention to action, and using tools that support you instead of slowing you down.
That's it for today's event. As you head into 2026, remember, PhotoBiz gives you the tools, features, and flexibility to build the photography business you want. We hope today showed you the power of your website, your sales funnel, and a more focused approach to marketing. And when you need help, our support team and services are always here, every step of the way.
Okay, so if you have any questions today, we're opening it up to that now. This is a great opportunity for us to take a look at your website as well. So we're opening the floor. If you have any questions about, website platforms, scheduling tools, blogging, you name it, anything that the PhotoBiz platform has accessibility for you, we're going to take questions now and see how we can answer those live. In that time period, if you have any questions, again, let us know. This video will always be available for you to watch anytime. So if you want to go back and take a look at those slides, those will be available that you can always pause and then review as well. So you'll always have that option. But if you are working on your website and you want to have, support eyes on it right now, we can take a look, maybe even make changes live right here and now to make those updates. Or if you just have any questions about setting up products, this is a great opportunity to have that time done for you now. So opening the floor. Anyone in the comment section can ask, and we'll go from there. Let me set up the browser just momentarily so I can be ready for you guys if you have any questions. Very impressive. Thank you for all the info. A lot to take in, but very worth it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Again, you can always review it and go over it anytime that you want to. If you're totally new to this, I completely understand. This is all brand new. It's a lot of brand new features that we are implementing as well. So I just want to let you know about all our latest updates. But again, if you have any questions, I can answer those right now live. So that's what this time is for. If you're working on anything in particular that you might be having trouble with, this is also a great time for me to take a look and see what you got going on. And I can maybe even make those live updates or tweaks for you so you don't have to worry about it. And Jennifer, if you have any questions, if you're brand new to PhotoBiz or thinking about getting with PhotoBiz, let me know how I can answer those questions for you as well. All right, I got that browser window updated. I'm very excited about all our latest updates that we've been implementing with the PhotoBiz AI website creator. I mean, for new people, getting started is going to be like instantaneous. For current customers, you have all the AI assisted tool features in there that help automate a lot of the things that, just being busy doing photography, you don't have time to do. So that's one of the benefits of the AI website builders, like helping with SEO, helping with writing, even helping with alt tags and stuff like that. A lot of those things get automated, so you're not having to think about all that. And we plan on implementing PhotoBiz AI into other sources, like to help with all that down the line as well. Does PhotoBiz submit state and city taxes on behalf of the photographer? Do you mean do we submit that on behalf of you? You have sales reports and things like that that you can always access in the e-commerce section. Let me pull that up momentarily. So if you ever need to pull something, you can pull that directly for your taxes and things like that. But we don't do anything on behalf of you, but we do have those tools that you can always pull. So let me pull that up real quick. But yeah, if you need to pull anything sourced like that, you can do that directly in your account. So let me pull this up. So in the e-commerce section, okay. So if you go to the e-commerce area where this little cart is, you click here, you'll see that there is an option for tracking. You'll be able to see reports that are done here, sales reports, customer tax reports, anything like that can be sourced directly from here. Then you run that report and then you can pull it. So if you have anything that's done in the last year, you can pull that directly from there. You can see total county tax, things like that. That's all sourced directly from here. So if you need to run any reports to pull that stuff, you should have access to that. If you are already a current customer and you need help with that, you can always ask our team. Our team can walk you through making sure you do those steps by steps, but it's pretty easy to get access to. Just make sure that you go to e-commerce, tracking, reports, and that's all there. KDW has a question. Is there support or help that can help with getting started or helping with the area topics, or topics I don't understand? I would pay for this service. Where do I sign up? Yeah, actually, we do have a option for you. You can always check out our, go to education.photobiz.com. There's coaching services. So if you ever need one-on-one coaching services, we have those available. They are, private sessions, just you and our coaches. And for an hour, you can get coached in any service really that we have available. So if you want one-on-one on getting started, you can do that. But if you have any questions now, I can assist with that as well. But yeah, you have those available. You can do that. And right now, you can actually get this half off. It's $150 typically, but if you're already a current client in your services, if you go to your options, your premium upgrade area, you click on that, you'll be able to see that it's already got a promo code already added in there, and I think it's only $75 right now. So you can take advantage of that, and it'll help you save money, and you can go ahead and get coaching right then and there. But anything I can help you with today, I'd love to be able to assist you with. Sarah had a question. My previous gallery sales website is a marketplace facilitator, and they are now required to submit taxes directly to the state. However, they aren't collecting my city taxes properly from sales. Interesting. I would love to know which facilitator you're using. That way we can kind of research it for you. Our team, again, if you need any help, they can assist you with any of that type of questions, but I haven't heard anything like that. That's pretty crazy. But it might be depending on where they're located at. Steve had a question. Can PhotoBiz AI help with marketing? And I'm not sure if it was covered. I came in like, yes, there are some help that it can do. One of the benefits is if you go to marketing over here, you have the option in the marketing tab. You can help with the automated factors. There's automation already built in. So if you need to create series of emails, you have that all here. You can get all that set up. But for standard campaigns, if you start a new campaign, say we'll just select this one. If you need help writing anything, you can say, ask PhotoBiz AI for help here. You can also create a prompt here. I need help with writing a sales email for a discount on a mini or portrait session. For spring, make it enticing for couples. Price starts at $200. You could say something like that. Generate text. It'll then go through there, look at what your prompt is, and then it'll write on behalf of that, and then you can go through and tweak it on that. Like this might be too long to you, so then you can self-edit, right? But it immediately prompted out this session, spring portrait session special for couples. We invite you to take part of our beautiful spring experience at Jane Doe Studio. So it already knows based on the business profile that we set up, where we're located at and everything, and what price marks that we're going for. But you can see all the details are in there, and then you can self-edit, make tweaks however you want to, based on what's already been written in the prompt. So yeah, it can definitely help with that marketing side of things. So you're not having to bang your head against the wall figuring out, oh, I want to make this look beautiful, I want to make it look special, but I really don't know what to say. But what if you had something that already helped with that, and then you go through and make edits where you necessary, because it's automating it based on your business profile. So it's taking what's there and then what you prompt it with. So it's a real lifesaver in that sense, because you're not having to worry so much about how to make it unique and beautiful. And then you can set up a couple of these and get ready to send later down the line. This means they have to collect taxes on my behalf. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Who should I contact with to get direct help with this sales tax question? I would contact our support team. You can always go there directly. You can go to I'll just go to photobiz.com. But you can see the live chat icon right here. You can ask directly for our sales chat and our support team directly here. But if you need to contact them directly, you can go down here in the footer, click on Contact Us, and send us a message directly here. And our team will respond with you, make sure you're getting the right information that you're looking for. Because, yeah, that's a very unique situation. So I wouldn't know why and how, because that's a little bit more in their area. So they'll be able to assist you on that stuff. Did I miss any other questions yet? Let's see. Yeah, no problem. I'm here to help with any type of questions that you might have in terms of like just with the product itself. Yeah, no problem, sir. I'm excited to steer you in the right direction. Make sure you're getting the help that you needed. That's a new one for me. I didn't know. Maybe there are some new things going into effect for businesses, but I'm not on that side, so I'm not quite sure. I hit send before it was done. I currently use SmugMug for galleries and print sales. Can I link to that, or would I have to change my sales and galleries to this? That's a good question. You can do both. You know, that's the thing. You could keep the website with us, and then you could send it offsite to a gallery. So if you're gonna do something like that, like I'll just make something up real quick. So I'm just gonna go to our website builder. So let me open this up. So say you had your galleries set up to where they go somewhere else, or they make their purchasing through something else other than our client gallery. You have that as an option if you want to. You could easily do that. We'll just say something like clients. You could do something where it links directly to an offsite external link. We'll just make it go to photobiz.com for now. But just to give you an example of how that works is, you know, you just make the menu item, place it where you want it to be. We'll put it up here. We'll replace our current client one. I'll turn this one off, and I'll just hide it for now because there's no reason to have it if we're going to have another one that says clients. So there we go. Now when we go up to here to our Jane Doe Studio, we can click on the menu item, and when we click on clients, it's going to send us to that third party or external link. So if you're using SmugMug or anything else to do your gallery's worth, you can send it directly there, and that's fast and easy. So you don't have to utilize our tools, even though they're already come in there. This is something that you can utilize very quickly, so you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, you can utilize any other third-party tools that you have. We're just making it easier and as an option if you don't want to keep utilizing some other third-party tool, because costs, to break down costs and things like that. But again, if you've been with them for a long time, I know it can be hard to be like, all right, now let me bring it over here and start over and stuff like that. That can be difficult. I completely understand it. We've seen people do it in stages where they're like, okay, I'll keep the long-term goals over here, SmugMug or whoever they're using, but then I'll slowly move over to the other. So it's really up to you. You're at your own pace, but you're not like obligated to use the tool unless you absolutely want to. So, but you can keep it all directly in your website however you want. Is there a way to set up emails to go out at certain times for certain people? For example, I tend to do marketing on a particular day, but I want an email to go out on the weekend. Can I do that? Currently, we are working on making that automation point. That's one of the things with the AI systems that we're working on. So that'll be coming down the line where you can start automating emails. I'm very excited about that, especially as being part of like the marketing team. I'm having to do a lot of manual stuff right now, but we do a lot of pre-planning to make sure that stuff is done in advance and then schedule it out. And sometimes we tweak the times because the algorithms shift on when people open emails. So it's kind of nice to have that flexibility, but like, cool, I'm just going to send it out at 11 today, and tomorrow I'm going to do 11:30. But yes, that is an automated portion that we're working on. So that way you can set up your email super far in advance and just be like this. And then it might even mean more automated options down the line. So like if someone signs up on a contact form, these X, Y, and Z automated emails come out. So that'll be really helpful. But right now you get automated emails that come out for if anyone ever schedules something with you, those go out automatically. If someone is got a client gallery and based on what actions they do in there, like say maybe they abandon a cart, you have an automated series in that. And if someone has an invoice that they need to pay for, those are automated. But for current campaign ones, we are working on that automation sequencing next. Steve says, wow, yes, lots of wow. Yeah, we plan on creating more looks and things going down the line. The thing is, email is such, and even like other email systems, email is so temporal. Like it's been created like in 1994 and the format hasn't really changed. Like you can add contact, images and things like that, but it's like it's built in a very rigid structure of JavaScript that you can't really like break the mold. Now, of course, you can add GIFs, you can add video links and things like that. So you can really customize it however you want to. It really comes down to what you think scenario-wise. But yeah, there's plenty of options coming down the line that we plan on looking at as we build up to that email automation functionality coming down the line. But yeah, if you notice, like when you look at emails today from like email marketing, from like say you get something from Target, everything is already kind of built in this narrow look. They just look like that these days, don't they? It's like sometimes I wish they do more of a full page, but you can really customize it to feel like a full page option. Sarah said the other thing I would love is more flexibility in designing blog posts too. Yeah, we have some blog options coming down the line as well. Those are some things that we're reviewing. Again, the cool thing about the blog stuff is you can really do a lot of cool things. Like, let me open it up real quick. So say you have a client gallery and you want to promote it. You know, typically you would have to rebuild that whole post, right? But say you take something from like this one. I'm just throw some images in it real quick. We'll just say images. We'll add a gallery. I'll add some images from my clipboard. I'll just select these. So this is out and it's published and you got it sent to your family, but now you want to market it, right? Now you want to send it to people so they can share. So you can share it directly from the event here. You could then also create a blog post directly from here. So you could say, Scott family portraits in NY. See, you could say something like that. You could then ask PhotoBiz AI to do something here. You could write something personalized in here, and you can always revise it later. So you could do so like that. Mention spring elements. So you can go from there, and then you can tell it to do something from here, like. And then it'll help you with the prompt. It'll write it on your behalf. And then you can say, cool, I love the way this looks. You can then choose how you want the images used. I'm going to create an auto collage with the first 15 images. And then I'm going to hit publish. That blog post now exists in the blog area. And now we can utilize that any way we want to. So it's really cool how it's like immediate. So I really love those features that are going on. So yeah. It's like easy to do, hit share, create blog posts, and you're done. Like I'll just do it again real quick. This time I won't update it. I'll just hit this. We'll just create a draft. Now that draft's there you go. And see, then you can add any context or text here. And the event's already out. So then you're good to go. So that's one cool thing. We're going to be adding some other flexibility options to it. You can already do video and stuff like that, but we plan on adding some extra features and stuff to it soon to make it more one-to-one with the website builder. As you can see, there's more blocks over here, but those are some updates that we plan on doing as well. Good questions. I love these questions. Keep on asking them. And if you want me to look at your website, this is also an opportunity too where we can do a website review and see what you got going on. Again, our masterclass will be up and ready for review. Anytime you can watch this video anytime again after this session's over with. And yeah, that's a good thing. So there's slides and stuff. So you can always review this stuff in the future. KDW says, I'd be embarrassed, sort of. Oh, don't be embarrassed. That's the nice thing, like we're all here to learn together. I do these weekly anyway, so, but I can always do it in private. It's up to you. Just let me know. And the cool thing is, if there's anything live right now that could be updated, I could make those changes for you so you don't have to worry about it. But I totally understand. I've been with PhotoBiz for years. Not much has changed, but this is why we are here. Yeah, I know, right? So this is the time if you want to make any updates or changes, especially at the start of the year. This is where everyone's like, new year, new me, obviously. So it's a great time to implement new changes, updates, things like that. Because if we're trying to motivate ourselves for finding photographer, clients and stuff. Okay, KDW Photos. All right, well let me pull up your website. Give me a moment. See if I can find you. Unless you got your account ID. But let me see. I'm gonna type it in and see what I can find. Yeah. Okay, I think I found you, but let me make sure. Yes, I found you. Hey, this is Kenneth's website. Okay, I think we've talked in the past, or we've had some passing by. So let's take a look at see what you got going, if you don't mind. All right, let me get this going. Let me close some of these other windows first before we take a look at your site. Don't be afraid. This is where we learn from one another. I'm here to motivate you guys. All right. Hashtag goals. That's right. Okay. So I got it going. I opened up the website builder. Let's take a see what you got going on. So San Jose, wedding and portrait photographer. Timeless wedding portraits. Got this nice big viewport here. This is looking good. There's a few things formatting wise I might change, but it's mostly just for spacing. So nothing too dramatic. And you're utilizing the scripted font, which matches your logo, looks nice, and you're not overdoing it. Some people go overboard where it's like every single title. That's when it can be too much. Now, one thing I might suggest is maybe think about a new template. Like, especially with the red font. The red is such a powerful thing, but sometimes it can get a little lost with the photographs. So it might be something that we look at, like if we looked at different designs, we could see what's out there, but without compromising what's currently there. Like you have such beautiful work, but like if you had something like on, let's see, something that had maybe a centered menu. that might look nice, or a split menu. Like, let me see what this looks like. I'm just going to add it, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to keep my current settings, which is utilizing your colors and choices already, and then we can look at it as a preview. And you can see having this menu bar here at the top kind of just makes it a little refreshing. And it might be a little bit easier for like your clientele at the end of the day. So that might be something to look at. Oh, there we go. And then let's see if there's any other design I might choose. Benton might be nice with the far right menu. Or something like Gloria. Let's see what Gloria looks like. I'm going to add Gloria. I'm going to keep my current settings so that it doesn't change your colors or anything. Then we're going to select Gloria to preview. And you can see you got this nice big logo here at the top. And then this menu sticks as you scroll. But you see it didn't compromise anything already existing. It's just taking what's there now and putting it inside the new shell of the website design. So that might be something that I might consider looking at if that's something that you'd be into. Just something to think about. But you have options there. I think the menu is the only thing I might change. This is looking good. I would change this real quick. Let me do that. And what I'm going to change about it is we can turn on text wrapping. And what that's going to do is instead of this effect, which I call icicling, it's going to wrap it underneath. And now when we look at that page, instead of it going down all the way, it's going to do this. So it feels more like a magazine article, something a little bit more editorial in that style. Some other things you could do in there if you want to ever, and these are like little tweaks. You could always like right now you have this as heading 3, but you could always heading 3 with bold, and that would just highlight certain sections when you want to. So just something to think about. But just that alone, this is going to help a lot. Another thing I would definitely do is, right now, especially for how home pages are designed, and even Sarah's mentioning it here, is like focus on telling a story on the homepage. As you scroll through the day through a wedding would help your clients see the wedding through your lens. These are things, storytelling through website is, we talked about it on the website in the masterclass, is how important that is now for businesses to kind of curate like the experience. You're talking about who you are from a, SEO point of view, but now you could walk them through an entire day. And we have lots of different features you can utilize for that. You can utilize, we have what we call story panels. Those are really good. That really makes it like where you can add images, text, and video kind of as a scroll bar, which is kind of unique and it looks beautiful. Let me see if I have a template that has that already available. Let me see. Let me go to PhotoBiz. It might be in one of our new templates coming out soon. Maybe in this one? Let's see. Yeah, I think it's in one of our new ones coming out. Maybe in this one? Yeah, it's in our newer ones coming out. Let me see. Nora.photobiz.com. Is it live yet? Now this is coming soon. But does it have it on this one? No, but you can see the video portion playing. So if you have video is a very prime detail I definitely would do. It's just going to really amplify. So if you have any video content, I definitely would add that just to add some texture to the storytelling of the page. Because people are so visual now, and now they're stimulated very quickly, right? I mean, look at how people scroll on Instagram. So they need so much stimulation. So any type of video is immediately like a nice hook to have. So if you're able to implement that into like, say, the header or anything like that, that would be really nice. Oh, I think I know of one, photobiz.com. But it might be a new template coming out too. This one, like say something like this one. like we launch right into this website for weddings and couples and stuff like that. And you can see it's got a video portion right away, hooks people, and it loops. So that's a nice thing. So it adds like a storytelling texture to the page that you can then walk them through the story that you're wanting to create for them, their narrative. That's what you want to get through there. Kind of walk them through the experience total. So something just to take advantage of there. If you want to, another thing you can do is, say you liked how that page was laid out, you could always create a new page for thinking about your new homepage. We already have this one that's existing that you can then pull from. Say you like how this one looks, you could then select it, and then you can incorporate that and just hide it for now, and then rebuild that homepage that way. That way you're not losing this page, but you can start thinking about rebuilding those pages while this one still exists. So you have tons of options like that to look at. And then Steve said, I didn't know that. Text wrapping. Yes, it's so nice. I love that feature. Where did you find that? Which part? Let me know. Text wrapping or something else? While he answers that, I'm going to keep going through the website. See, the one thing about this navigation, it gets lost, especially in like heavily like textured photos like leaves or anything like that. That's the one thing we want to make sure is visible. A lot of portions here, elements, let's go through. Yeah, again, if we can add a little bit more story telling elements, okay. I think that would go really well through these pages. I mean, they're very clean, very elegant looking, but you know, walking them through experiences now help with the engagement factor, which means people stay on your page longer. And when people stay on your page longer, Google's like, oh, people are visiting this page and staying for a while, so I'm going to show it them more. It's like a weird stepping stone to everything. Video. Oh, yeah, you can add video easily. Like if you go over here, there's a video block. So you can do that to any page. So if you have like, here's a V2, I'm guessing he's working on, which that's got a lot of great storytelling there, especially for like something like this. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll keep it easy. I'll keep it. Like I said, I liked the way this one looked. I'm gonna just change it to Gloria now because we're not losing anything, and we can always modify things as we go. In fact, let me see if there's one other one that I like. I want something where, like this one, Audrey looks nice. So let's select Audrey. Keep my current settings. And I'm just going to select it. There we go. Now that's going to be nice and clean when we go back to it. I'm going to hit refresh. Boom. Look at that. Nothing else is changing, just the menu style. And I think this is a lot better because we got this nice branding. Then we got this sticky menu that now has it drop down where it's a little bit easier to access. I think that's going to help your clientele a whole lot. And this just helps right away. So navigation-wise, this is a lot cleaner and easier to navigate through, especially for clientele. I think this is going to be a lot better for you, Kenneth. And these are cool. There's some other options you can do now. So like say, let me go over here. Say like the testimonial page. We have some new looks you can always play with. And this is on the FAQ block. Something you can do now is like, say I take a text editor block. I'm just gonna pop it in real quick. You can see we have different looks and things that you can choose from. And you can even have these cards. So if you ever want to utilize like a card effect, you can utilize these options. So like if you were to pop it in, what if you had them looking like this as they go down, right? So if I were to take, say, Ashley and David's, I could copy, paste those details in here. And then I could put it, right? And then we could keep that. And then we can remove the button because we don't want a button in this section since this is personal. You can keep it that way. Then you can change it and make it centered. And then you can change the colors. title color to be that red, text color to be black, background color we can make white, or any other color if you want to. Like maybe you want to have like just a little eggshell gray or something like that. Line color, you can make it that red trim if you wanted to. And then boom, you got something like this going down the page. And it's just a little bit more stylized, right? So think about things like that. You can add a little texture here and there, just to enhance pages. And you can, and this could help break up all this white too. So you could add elements where it's, you know, gray with the card effect, gray with card effect, then maybe an all white one punches out. So things like that. So think about like the little bits like that you could texturize, and you can say like which one you like best. You can toggle. So I don't know if you guys know about this option. There's a toggle function right here. This helps you go through looks without going through menus very fast. So just think about that when it comes to stylizing your website. You could do things like this to really like enhance the look very quickly, and just make it more attractive at the end of the day. And then of course you could always like, oh, like this font up here, we can go to the title font. We can make it our tangerine font. And then we can enhance the size of that and our spacing. And you see right there. So you can really, really add that texture to it, just to enhance that page. So just think about that. You know, maybe I'll just take away Ashley and David from here and keep this one here as like our mainstay one. You know, your focal testimonial, you know? What do you think? That way this really tops off the top of the page anyway with a little color at the top. And if you don't like it, we can always add it back. But you can enhance these pages quickly with like video elements and stuff like that. We talked about some video. Again, if you have any video options, the cool thing is you can always add a video any page that you want to. Like right in here, I'll just add a blank block for now. And if you have like short video content, short video is really great because you can loop it and you can upload that natively up to PhotoBiz under 4 megabytes. And you'd be surprised, you can get that stuff pretty small underneath here, but still be like 10 to 15, 20 seconds long. And it still looked great. You know, that one video that I showcased in that one template over here, this is like a 4 megabyte file. And you want to keep it small anyway for when customers are, you know, coming to your website. The smaller it is, the faster your page loads. So just think about that. Those types of things that you can do to enhance your website with these textured elements of video, and then like anything else. A little color here and there. Like, you know, Kenneth loves white and red, but if you add these touches of gray here and there, but enhance the white and red in certain spots, it's just going to make this page feel three-dimensional at the end of the day. Add some texture to it to really make it feel, you know, stronger. Kenneth said, finally got some meta glasses to help a video. Still learning them. Ooh, that would be pretty cool. I hadn't seen anyone really utilize that on their website. I would love to see that once you get it done. I've seen it in social, though. I mean, it's, you know, because it instantly connects to, what, Facebook and Instagram? So that'd be really cool how you can implement that stuff. You can always add that content over on your website as well. So like say, I'll just go to this hidden page. But like say, I'll go to this dead page. But here we go. Say you come over here, you could add a list item. You could add a video in here. Like here's one. This is what we call story panels. And I'll just bring, oh yeah, this page is dead. Let me put it on another page real quick that we're working on. I'll just put it on the testimonial page for now. But what I love about these are you can add so much element to it. Like it can have photographs, it can have text here, it can have videos, and this can really, really enhance those page sections. You can have multiple videos at once and really create like a stylized vision of what your website is. And like you can have text in here that's intertwined and creates entire stories out of it. So just think about like ways to incorporate video on your website, especially vertical video. It's becoming more commonplace these days. So just think about how you might be able to implement that on your website. But yeah, that's our story panels options. Those are available. You can mess with those. But yeah, Kenneth, I think really you have a nice website. It's just adding like little touches here and there. And again, if you want to reach out to our team, if you want to book something in private, let me know. We can take a look at it in the future. But overall, your website's not poorly designed. I think the menu was really the only thing that stood out to me that needed help today. Now I feel much happier about it. But yes, think about adding more storytelling elements and stuff like that in video. I think that's going to really enhance your overall experience down the line. Sarah, yes, we can take a look at your website. Let me find you. One moment. Let me find you. Okay, Kenneth, I'll ping our team to let you know. And right now it's a discount, so I definitely would take advantage of it. Okay. All right, Sarah. Is your website called Life in Portraits? Ah, that's awesome, Kenneth. I love that you're feeling more confident. I think that little menu change, that boosted my confidence for you. So, okay, let me find you. Life in Portraits. Give me a moment. Okay, I found you. All right, let me pull you up. I'm going to bring up her website in live mode before we look at the back end. So let's do that first. Okay. Life in Portraits. Let's see what we got going on. Got this nice little pop-up here. Stay offers, promotions. That looks good. You can also increase the size of this if you want to, so there's no scrolling. You want me to help you with that? Nice bit here. A little bit on the blog. Nice there. I really like this blue. Now you utilize different shades of blue throughout. I definitely would try to find one consistent blue that you love. And I do love this more darker teal color. I think that one looks really nice. Because around, you only want to utilize like 3 colors. And right now we got white, we got this greenish tone, this like seafoam tone. Then we have this baby blue, which matches your dress in this photo. But then we have like this beige, and then we have that nice teal, turquoise teal color. And then we're utilizing, it looks like a photograph here, utilizing that baby blue. So I definitely would try to find a consistency there, just to make that like feel more on branded and just textured properly. Otherwise, it could feel like a little too much. Because I love that dark blue. I think it looks good for these title effects right in here as well. So like if I were to pick something, I would utilize that. White is white. So white, I would use maybe this beige, and then I would utilize that blue. I think those are your 3 colors when I'm looking at it that I think would look the sharpest for your website. Yeah, let me go through the thing real quick. Let me go to your marketing. Let's go to pop-up builder. Is it the welcome sign up? This one? Yeah. Okay. Let's edit it real quick. Right now it is set to small. We're just gonna make it medium. I think that'll make it. Yeah. There we go. That just, you can see it just boop, popped it up just a little bit. So now that's good. So that should be good going forward. Okay. But yeah, I would definitely, like, even through like here, like Like we have that seafoam green color. I'll copy it for now. But like if it was utilizing this, you know, this darker tone, I think it just bam. And even paired with that baby blue, it just feels good. Another thing we can do is we've got some spacing here. Let me tweak that for you. We'll go to our styling. I don't think you need any spacing below. And you don't have to have the arrow on unless you want it. And then your slideshow speed, you can control it here if you want to. If it's too fast or too slow, you can modify it. Since you got a lot of photos, I kind of want to study them a little bit, so I'm just going to crank it up to 5 seconds. And you can see how long 5 seconds is. It's just an extra 2 seconds. Just feels a little bit more heavier in presentation. Gravitas. We want to let these moments last a little bit longer, you know? Each photo, you know, 1,000 words, but I don't want it to go by in 1,000 seconds. I want to really study these photos. So I think this adds a little bit more gravity to the website. So when we're looking at it on here now, I'm just going to refresh. It gives each time a little breathing room, a little bit more breath to every photo. Each photo has importance now. Yeah, I think so. I think it just looks, it's much more stunning that way. And yeah, so you can go through, if you want me to, I can update that blue across the board. You just let me know. And then of course, I like the word of praise here because we're utilizing it, it looks like just once on the website. And it's kind of nice because it's in its own element, doing its own thing. Just be aware of that if you utilize that, because right now we got like multiple fonts being used. So I definitely want to find a consistency. You kind of use the scripted font and then with a sans serif font. So I definitely would do maybe the sans serif font here as well, at least. So and I think it's quicksand, yeah. So just think about that. So think about those little elements like that as you go through your website. Ways that you can keep those elements there. I think that looks a whole lot. I don't think you need this line. I like it when it butts up like this. I think that's going to look a whole lot better. Let's take a look. Boom, right in there. Looks solid. Feels solid now. Feels grounded. Feels like every element works. It's connected now, like a puzzle. Yeah, I'm liking that. That looks good. I can change. Well, yeah, we keep. Let's see. Maybe that scripted font could go there, or you could go back to instead of Baskerville, we could go back to quicksand. But you can make those changes however you want to. I just wanted to get those elements kind of on the page for you, so you could see what the overall feeling is. But that already feels a lot more cohesive as a brand, as a business. Let me check out your About Me page. So on this page, we use more of a serif font, and we use the serif font as our like main text, but then our title text tends to be either descriptive or that one. It's really up to you at the end of the day what you want to choose, but I definitely wouldn't go much further than those 3 fonts in that family. So maybe your main text font is a serif, then the sans serif for titles, and then for like optional moments, you can have that scripted font. So that's something that I definitely would like recommend making sure throughout your pages that it sets what you want. Like this one could be that scripted font there if you wanted to, you know. Something else that we could do on here so you're not getting lost is we could do a couple different things. I love centered text, but there's a few things we could do on it. Let's see, we got this photo. You got that there. We could just a touch right there. Maybe that helps. We can change the focal point so it's a little bit more focused on you. Let's see. Got too many pages open. Let me close some stuff. Okay, so we got that. And then you could either change the overlay color, and I like to just make mine just a tinge darker because it adds like a little contrast to it. So that's something that you could do so the words like about artists isn't lost, and you can just dial it up to like 10%. And that's just going to cut the text out just a bit, and you can see just a little bit of that in that adjustment. Like, it's not like if you utilize like a lighter overlay, it washes out the image, and I'd hate washed out images. So this, we added just 10% opacity to it, and it made that white text pop out, and then we lifted up the images enough, and you can probably lift it up even more. Let me see, just so we got your face a little bit more, but we don't want to lose your son's face. I know it's a tricky game when you're playing with vertical images, but worst case scenario, you can always do not worst case, but optional. You can always change it where it goes to the left, like that, and that might actually seal the deal on it. Let's see, something like that, right? That way you're not compromising the photo, the text is still there, and it feels attractive, and it'll still look good on mobile and stuff like that. So just little things like that, and then of course you could change the font if you want to. Those are like little tweaks. That makes sense. I totally didn't really pay attention to the fonts that much. Yeah, you don't want to go too... I've seen some people go crazy with fonts. Like a different font, like almost every line on a different page. I was like, this is too much. And if it's too much for, someone reading it, it's but we say three at most. So you want to have like a standard title font, you want to have a paragraph font, and then you can have like a special font. So those are the three, usually core three on that. Same thing with colors. You usually want to have a core of 3 colors. So think about that for your brand. If you already got black already in your logo, black and white perfectly go together, and then you can add like maybe 2 other colors in that element of like that beige tone and that turquoise. You're pretty much solid. So just things to think about. Now this section here, it's great. It's a wall of text though. Think of ways that you can enhance that. Just add a photo next to it. Really. I mean, people look at this stuff and people's attention spans are much more difficult these days. So you could always do a couple different things. You could keep this as is. You could do a little bit more line spacing. Well, not line spacing, but line height. And that'll just make this have a little bit more breathing room. So you could do that. That's just going to add some air to there. I like to call it air because it just makes it a little bit easier so it's not so compressed when people are reading it. So just things like that can make a small tweak there. If you wanted to, you could always pair an image next to it. So you could either use a text plus image block, or you could just put something right next to it. Like, I'll just put this one here. But you can see like adding a text and image sometimes helps with people, because our attention spans are questionable these days for a lot of people. But no, I think this looks good just by adding that little bit of spacing. So like you could go probably even, right now it's at 1.4. You could probably go to 1.5 or 6. And it just adds a little bit of help when it comes to reading, especially when there's a heavy bit of text, and that doesn't really do anything to the page. Like literally nothing changes other than it just makes it a little bit more breathable and readable to the customer. So things like that. Just think about like little elements like that, how you can enhance the website. They go a long way. Now this is cool. You got like little options here where people can then scroll down, click on the pictures, or scroll down. So like boom, they could pop right on in. I think that's really cool. You give them 2 options, so that's pretty neat. So you've made this like photograph hub. When I go into one of these photograph hubs, one thing I would love to see, and I'm going to check if it's there, have a way to get back. Otherwise, they're going to do what I like to call ping-ponging. They're going to know like, well, they'll either have to click back, right, and then click to go to the next one, or they could have, you have to click here, then go to the next one that you want to. What I would do is I would create like a secondary navigation point. And what that would be like, say you're on, like right now we're on this one, right? I'm just going to take an element from here, this, which is perfect. I'll just copy this. I'm going to take it to our maternity page. So you can drag these blocks to other pages. So now it's all the way down there. And then you can customize this. You can change it to a column of 3 or row of 1. And then instead of showcasing maternity as your next photos, you could then just cycle it to the next one. So next 3 are going to be what displays. And then you can change the last item link to none. And now when they go to that page they can come down here, read through everything. Once they get to here, you could have like a view more options. And boom, they can go right into the next experience. Oh yeah, you can drag and drop blocks. Another cool thing you can do, watch this. I'm going to take this one, right? We got this block here. I'm going to copy it again. Click on the pencil again. There's a move option. Click move. You can change it to another page. We're going to do a newborn page. You can put it at the top or bottom. We're throwing it to the bottom. And now when I go to that page for newborns, there it is. Then I'm just going to cycle the next one up. So the next one is baby, first birthday, and small people. You can do this for every single page that you have. And then just add like a little about, view more option. This just helps with the sales funnel at the end of the day, keeping people not having to go back and forth. So now when they go to these pages, so like I'm going to go back to portrait sessions. Now they can go directly here. Oh, next. Like you keep them going instead of up here, then another click, up here, another click. You're saving them a click. And that makes the overall user experience much more enjoyable for that client. You can do that to all your pages, very easy. Again, we'll take the one that's from here, hit copy. This way you can do this on your own. Then click move. Next page we're making it, was it first baby? First birthday smash? Yeah, first birthday smash. Click on first birthday smash. Put at the bottom. Okay, so now we go to that page. There it is. Then we move baby down. We move first birthday down. Now small people. So you can see you can keep doing that to all the pages, so it keeps cycling. Think you can do that, Sarah? You can do that to the rest of your pages? I think so. It's fairly quick. Yeah, the new move tab and all that stuff, I love it. But yeah, you can always drag and drop blocks into other blocks if you need to. Otherwise, you can just click the move option and then say send it to there. I always like to make copies and send it to when I'm organizing things. All right, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what else you got going on. Let's go to your blog page. Awesome, I'm glad you can. It's very easy. And I want to make sure you could do that. Okay, you've been blogging. I'm glad you got caught back up. Holidays slow things down, I know. But you are a consistent blogger, so that's good. That looks good. Let's check out your recent one. This is looking good. Awesome. One thing I would do, add a call to action. Add a button at the end of all these just saying, hey, if you're looking for an experience like this family here, click here to book with me today. Just keep them going, and you can send them to the investment page or something like that after it. So let me check the next one. Got some great photos. Contacts there. Okay, so you're doing it. So yeah, just make sure that's on any blog. Okay, and then you can send them straight to your investment page. And if you want to, you can set up the scheduler too. I don't know how you like to do it, if you like to just do forms, but that's something that I would also entertain if you want to, where they can book on their behalf, or at least we can make it where the form is living on the website. Because right now, the one thing I don't see, maybe it's in the footer, but the contact me information. There's no contact me page. Something to consider. One of the most popular core website pages is the contact, because you have the home, about me, and contact, and then your portfolio page types. Contact me is great just because of SEO. So when people are searching for how to contact X, that page will come up right away. So think about that and how you can utilize it. It's a very lightweight page, but it's a very important page to have on your website. And that goes for anyone, okay? Because otherwise you're depending on the customer to click on icons or scroll to the bottom to make a decision. But if it's up here in the menu, like, you can have it right next to the wall art, okay? But overall, there's some good elements here. I would just try to focus on your consistency, because you can see this one's using like a gray tone, things like that. But, think about what we did on the home page. How can you take this to other pages? Those little color choices, those little font choices. And then, of course, I think you already are mindset on those pages here and adding that secondary navigation. That's just going to help with customers. And you got blogs down. Just make sure you got that call to action. And for your investment page, I think really, what can we do to enhance this page? Kind of like the home page. Add some color, add those fonts. Really, that's what I would come down to. And then add next direction right here at the bottom. What do you want them to do next? Contact you. Add that call to action here. Drive them to that next page. And then making sure you have that contact button, at least. I think it'll, even if it is a nothing type page, it's great to have, because people have trouble contacting people. So, just something to consider. But overall, good job. Okay, does anyone else want their website reviewed today or have any other questions? Please let me know. I'd love to be able to assist in that. We did have another gentleman here earlier. Steve, do you want us to look at anything on your website? Anyone else out there? Let me know. We got time. Just taking a look at what people are doing, how they can make enhancements, and stuff like that. Oh, you're very much welcome, Sarah. I think that's going to go a long way for you. Those small tweaks. It makes the difference. You'll feel better about it too. Just like how Kenneth was. He felt confident again just by changing his menu. I think you'll find some confidence just by adding those little call to actions and that secondary navigation, because now you're like, oh, well, now when they get there, they know what to do. That's the hardest part, is thinking like how your customers might act. Something that we might like, they might not. Something that we would do, they might not do instinctively, And those are the things we have to be predictive of. And sometimes that means overthinking it, sadly. Well, we got a few more moments, so if you want to have any other questions, any other discussions, please let me know. It's been really exciting looking at people's work today. The masterclass, I hope that these features and tools will assist you in building better. There's a lot of great new tools and features out there that I'm really been excited about. One is those story panels. I love those. One thing I actually really love is these quick toggles. I think these right here are so cool, because now you don't have to like go through tons of menus unless you want to, but they just you can see quick looks quickly, so instead of having to pop it open and then navigating the layout and then switching, or clicking here and then clicking advanced or change layout. You can just do it directly right here. See what it looks like, you know? So those are nice new little updates. And of course, the AI features are immaculable. I mean, it's incredible with the new website creator, especially for new people, getting launched instantly. And then you have all the other sources after that that can assist. And we're going to be adding more features throughout the rest of the year that are leaning on these automations that are just going to relieve everyone. So, very excited about that. Very, very excited about that. So, we got about a few more minutes. If anyone has any other questions, anybody want us to look at their website, we have that time now. So, take advantage of it. KDW Photos said, I have to get in the back end more and explore. So many nice features. Just did not want to push the wrong button and everything disappear. I get that anxiety, especially if you're not accustomed to web design, it can feel like, oh, what did I do? But we're here to help at all times, and don't be afraid to explore. Take a look. One thing I always tell people, if they want to make an update to a page, I always make a copy and hide the page that I'm working on till it's ready. So that's something you can always do as well, Kenneth. You can always make a copy of a page that you like, and then be like, well, I want to mess with it, see what if I can make it better. And then just call it copy or something like that till you're ready. And then once you're ready, you can make the other one hidden and then make that one go live. Steve asked what the discount codes are. So, current customers, if you want to get anything, let me see what we got here. Give me one moment. If you go into the back end of your website, I'm going to log into my personal to show the codes. Oh, let me look up yours. Let's see. Your last name's just Bird, right? Let's see. Steve Bird. Let's see what you got. All right, I'm opening you up. Going to your website. All right, I got your website open, Steve. Let's take a look at it. Before we jump ahead to looking at your website, I want to tell you where the codes are. So you can go back here where the premium upgrades are. You can choose any service over here, and the code should be already implemented in there. If not, you can always go here and type in, I think it's New Year's 2026. And when you hit apply, that code will be there. So I'll put the code over here in our channel. But for current customers, you get 50% off. Using the code New Year's. Was it New Year? New Year's. Yeah, New Year 2026. You get 50% off services. So that's pretty great. So that means you utilize that on any type of service there that we have over in the premium upgrade section. That also applies to coaching services. So if you were to get that, you can see, boom, 75% off. So take advantage of these. So $75 for 1 hour, we can cruise through your website. One of our coaches or myself will be able to assist you right then and there. And then, of course, if there's any service that you've been thinking about doing, now's the time to do it, because you have SEO, we build it for you, social media, you name it, all that stuff is now 50% off until, I believe, the end of the month. So take advantage of those that are available. Let's take a look at Steve's website. Let me pull it up. Got these nice big portraits. Yeah, no problem. spelled New Year wrong, but I'll fix that real quick. Here, let me copy, paste it back. New Year, not Newy Year. And then I'll remove the old one. And then I'll pin it. How about that? That way everyone has it. Okay, let's take a look at not Kenneth, but Steve. Sorry, too many names. All right, Steve, got that darker tone. Let's see what we got going on. Love the layout. I think this is looking pretty clean. Very nice. And then you got the booking here. So one thing you could do, you have booking session here and here, so you could have this as a clickable, or you keep the form. It's up to you. I wouldn't have both because it's kind of like book here, you know? So something I would do is just maybe just turn one of those off. That's easy to do because we already have plenty of book now buttons. So maybe it's even just keeping the form and just removing this one and moving it to another page. That might do you good because I don't think you need to have both. I do like the color breakup though. So maybe keep that for now, but just something to think about. You don't need to have book and then a booking option. I see that common as well, where it's kind of 2 of 2, but I definitely would just pick one over the other. In terms of everything else, style-wise, I think it's looking pretty strong. I like the color choices, I like the font choices. I like this like almost mocha, like charcoal brown, gray tone. I think that looks really clean, especially it gives this gold a pop. I think that looks really clean with it. But yeah, maybe just figuring out if you want to keep 2 book me's on the homepage right there. I would say choose one over the other. I like the color breakup though. I do like that little white breakup. Let's take a look at the about page. Let's jump over there. That looks cool. Like the little bit of texture here. See, just breaking it up a little bit just adds a lot to the page. So that looks really nice. Using our nice little drop downs. Looks good. Yeah, see, this is a nice little bookend right here. See, I like how that looks. I like this rolling effect. I think that looks cool. So yeah, simple enough, easy. Let's check out the testimonial page. Feels a little empty right here. I would add something like this. You see how there's a little bit of text there? I definitely would think about that, how you might be able to add something about testimonials here, like curious what my customers' experiences are like. Let them speak for themselves below. Check out and see why they choose Steve Bird as their, photographer. Something like that. Okay, you're using like a third-party listening tool here, it looks like. I'm guessing is it pulling from, do you know the source? Is it Google or anything like that? That's pretty cool. Oh, you put those all in. Oh, well, that's cool. Doing some custom coding. Hey, it looks good. Hey, you can do that. That's cool. I hadn't seen anyone do that. So yeah, that looks really cool, dude. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty neat. And then you got your footer. So yeah, I would just add a little bit of something here at the top, just so it doesn't feel so empty. Yeah, because all these other pages have a little bit. So definitely make the testimonial not feel like lonely. That looks cool. Like the portrait effects. If you could, and I'll do it already, you don't need to have the load more option if there's only a couple photos left. So right now, what is this layout? It's set to 4. Let's just go ahead and make it 7. And now you won't run into that load more option. And it's not taking up a lot, so you're okay. It's not like it was 100 photos. We say average 30 photos. That's all you need. someone can't tell they're going to book you after that, that customer's got problems. All right, let's go to the video page. Now this is the only one that's kind of got like a different header. Definitely would recommend it kind of being in the same family. I really like this, so maybe do that with the videos as well. Just something to consider. Otherwise, I think the page is nice. It's easy, but I do like the formality of the other pages. Let's go to the event page. I like that. Try to think about that brown, that line, that color there. I think that would be nice. Just adds familiarity to it, and yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing with this gallery page too. But yeah, I think for these galleries, if you don't have a ton of photos, you can just let it keep going, okay? Just open it up to 7 because I don't think you have more than maybe one more row or two. Yeah, that looks good. Seniors and grads, let's take a look at that one. Yep, same thing. Let's take a look. Now this one you got cap and gown on there. So let's see how many photos you have here. Okay, with this one you might want to keep that way, which is fine. Let's take a look at it in live. Yeah, you know, that's fine. I think that's fine because we don't want to overload them. And that way, if they want to, they can skip right down to the photos below. So with this page, it's okay because you have a lot more photos on this page. So keep it as is. Okay. And then they can click on their session type there. So yeah, I think that looks good. You know, Steve, you got some good stuff. The only things I might do, and I'm curious, okay, you got SEO on those pages. So yeah, you might want to just look at like other things like adding a little bit more details in these blocks, just because these pages can live as landing pages. So think about like portrait photography in Norfolk, Virginia or something like that. How can I change my video page? Oh, let's see. One thing I would do, I'll help you with that real quick. So say we'll just take this one that you literally have here right now. Take this block, gonna copy it, gonna click move, I'm gonna move it to the video page, we're gonna move it to the top of that page, we're gonna go to videos, we have that there, then we have this image, right? We're gonna copy it, or put it in our clipboard, I mean. There we go. We're gonna go to this one, gonna click on it, gonna click on our clipboard. Oh, did it not go? Oh, wait. Which one did this go to? Which clipboard? Maybe I didn't put it in there. Let's put it back in there. Clipboard. Man, it's being stubborn today. Give me a second. And then we're going to go back to that page. We're going to come here. We're going to upload that image directly real quick. 1 second. Gotta let my computer cook up. All right, and then I'm just going to modify it a little bit. That way it's like that. Then we can change the word to say my videos. And there you go. So now it's got that color, it's got that look. Now it feels like cohesive to the rest of the site. I'll just add a little bit of I'll just add a little divider here just so we have some breathing room. Blank one, make it a spacer. And that just gives it a little bit of breathing room. We'll make it medium. There we go. So now when we look at that page, go back to our videos. Now it's like that. Yeah, look at that. That feels a lot better. Yeah, so it's just little things like that. So just go through your galleries, make sure that they have a familiarity to them all. Add some text like that through them. I think that'll help a whole lot. And then, what is this? Oh, this goes to a whole different website. Photo Reflect. Okay. Is that where you do like your galleries or something like that? But yeah, I think overall, little tweaks like that. You can do that, Steve. Those are really easy changes. Those are really simple. It's mostly just making sure everything feels cohesive across every page. There's a familiarity to it. And this, your About page, is a good starting point to making sure the rest of the galleries match, and this gallery page as well. Okay? And then at the end of the day, you already got options for payments on those pages and if they need to contact you. This is awesome. Great. Perfect. Keep it up. Just make sure that those pages all fit the same branding style. But yeah, we have those codes there. Again, current customer get 50% off services using the code New Year 2026 till January 31st. So 50% off on services in your control panel. Easy to get to. Just click on those premium upgrades, and you'll see on the side where it says services. All those are 50% right now. If you want coaching services, those are $75 right now. So those are great. And then any other service, if you want someone to go through, redesign your website, we have those we build it for you options. Instead of $600 right now, they're only $300, and then all the other services available. So take advantage of those if you really want to start the new year with a, really that new year, new me feeling. It's a great opportunity right now to take advantage of those services. Okay, do we have any more questions? Any more website reviews? Let me know. Oh, my name is Jeremy Heiler. I'm the creative director here at PhotoBiz. Been here for 13 years. Well, going on 13 years, but yeah, been here for a bit. Again, if you want to watch these master classes, they are available for you uh, anytime after today. After this event ends, it'll probably process and then be available. So you can go back and watch today's events. You can see how the new website builder works and the functionalities of the AI system that you can utilize for your website now as a current customer. You also can check out the e-commerce options if you need help setting up your client galleries, scheduled events, or even how to create proposals and invoices. All that is available to go back and watch anytime. You also have our marketing tips for 2026 available, how you should start utilizing those funnels for your business, such as making social media not where they book, but where you send them the book, and what strategy you should implement. Again, video is a big proponent now. If it wasn't big last year, it's like a necessity now. So think about how you can utilize it on your website, through your website funnels, and even on your social media. Everything is kind of tied in together, and those are the things that we really need to think about as we go into, especially with social media. All those platforms are so video heavy now. Think about ways that you can leverage it for your customers. So those are things you can take advantage of. And if you ever need help, you can always check out our blog.photobiz.com. That's always available to you. You can check out anytime. You can see all the new things that we're talking about, like building a website, recap from last year. If you're prepping for client galleries for wedding season, that article just went up. And you can talk about all the other things that have been happening, like website tips for 2026, how you can utilize those right now. And you can always go back and check out all our what's new that's been released in the last year. If there's something you might have missed, you didn't know about a new feature or something like that, that's there. We also have custom guides that are available for how to utilize all our latest features and tools. And again, you can always go to our education.photobiz.com. You can schedule your on-demand videos are there. You can schedule your coaching services. So if there's anything you want to do one-on-one with one of our coaches or even myself, that's available there as well. You can also check out our upcoming events during that time frame as well. You can see today was the MasterClass event. And then next week, we're going to be doing website reviews. So if you saw what we were doing today, that's what we do weekly. So you can always check it out then. And then the following week, we'll be doing things about, ask me anything about features that we love and you want to know about. So there's tons of things like you guys didn't know about the move feature. That's a huge one. Little things like that. We'll be talking more about those types of features that are available that you might not know about. Little Easter eggs, little Valentines that you didn't know that you could really implement on your website and into your workflows. And then, of course, you'll always be able to go to masterclass.photobiz.com and check out the video and watch anytime as you go. You can see what today's events was, so if you need to jump to that. But you'll always be able to click and watch it and see how it plays back and go from there. So it's been my honor to be able to assist you, give you guys some support today, and help get this education schedule made for you. I hope it was helpful and insightful for you. And if you have any questions or comments, you can always reach out to our team. Our support team is always available to you. You can click that icon in the lower right-hand side to talk to them in live chat, or you can give us a call anytime, as always, as we've done for over the last 23 years. So very happy to help everyone here today and can't wait to see what you do next. And hopefully we'll keep growing in 2026. We'll be making new features. We want to make sure that you're growing in 2026 as well. Kenneth said, "This is exactly why I've stayed with PhotoBiz all these years. Simply the best. Thank you so much for your help today. I truly appreciate it." Thank you so much, Kenneth. I hope I helped everyone else here as well today. And again, these events happen every Friday. They're shorter ones, like an hour long or so. But we're always here to help you. If you ever have any questions, please reach out to our team as well, okay? All right, Happy New Year to everyone.